So we are up to session 9 of our Star Wars storyline, where they're still learning the trips and traps of building Star Wars characters through story. And tonight they're learning how to build characters that advanced characters that actually work together. Because they were given the challenge of 10 XP to spend on whatever they want. With the knowledge of later in the story, their motivation kicks in to see if they've built their character as a team player or as a solo who can't actually get the benefits of working with someone. So at the table today we have Mark.
Hi, I'm playing Piper. He's a very popular member of the team. Currently has a boy toy.
PG, remember.
PG, sorry. Currently has a
Love interest.
A love interest. Yeah.
A male friend.
A male friend. Yes.
Mail caller.
Fred.
Call you Blanche.
Fred, I just saw the name. I remember the name we gave him. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah. So, she's finding herself a bit better now since her original craving for alcohol. So she's feeling that she's got other things on her mind now. So, cool.
Just making sure those internal machines still get lubed up plenty with alcohol.
No, there will still be opportunities. It's just like, but she feels that she doesn't have to do it as often now. So. It does help us in certain situations. She serves as a bit of a leader when it happens, but yeah.
Yeah, so we seem to be getting beaten up in this combat. Quick, give Piper some alcohol.
He-Man.
Oh, have you seen the new He-Man?
Yes, I have. You probably don't want to spoil it for people because it really is a dark story.
Yeah, I've seen
First
it.
5 minutes, yeah, go.
I've seen the entire series.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
the entire series hasn't been released yet.
yes.
What?
Yeah, on Netflix.
6, 7, 8.
6
10?
episodes.
No, that's only the first half. The second half's not.
Yeah, the second half's not coming out this year.
It's not.
It'll probably be coming out once a year.
It's
Like Transformers, which comes out Thursday. So, Stefan.
Hello, I am playing Katkia Sukbren.
Who's got the music to suit you in the background with the nice Katina music.
Yep. Very much a survivalist bounty hunter, but I
Gambler.
yeah, gambling's part of survival.
Extortion.
I haven't done that.
Gambling
yet,
is life.
But the rate you're going, I'll think about it. Yeah, gambling's definitely a thing I thoroughly enjoy, and my main ambition is greed. But oh, and don't go alone in places
Again.
again.
Well, it worked out for you.
Yeah.
You even got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got this, Imperial file on you and use of vibro knives.
Yep. Yep.
And then moving over to the actual person who got you that Imperial file,
Yeah.
Ross. Which is actually amusing. You're the one who got the kills. He got it listed on his file.
Well, I am the assassin.
That's why I even put it on my dossier. I've at last seen apprehended by Starport security on the planet Elrood in the Elrood system.
Yes. So I'm playing Khalid, the assassin that comes from the family of armourers. I've taken up assassination due to the fact that
Their armoring tools didn't make it off planet.
yeah. We've been bouncing around from planets to planets previously. Last one that we were on was on Tatooine. That's how I'm familiar with Jawas. I don't mind the damn things because hey, they're similar to us surviving.
Tatooine is quite a way off.
Yeah, but to get from here to Tatooine, from here you used to go from Tatooine, then you can come to here. It's all bouncing around. Since our home planet's on the opposite side of the galaxy.
It is fairly close to being the opposite side of the galaxy. And then we have Kesley.
I'm playing Kayana Capeweir, the martial artist of the bounty hunter group. and the reluctant leader because people keep thinking that she's in charge, and so she's having to take charge.
Yeah, she's a very good drinker too.
Apparently, she tends to be fairly no nonsense until she's drinking, and then it's a fun time.
No, certainly was. Yeah.
But she doesn't want other people other than Piper to know that.
It's population of anyone at all.
Online we have D.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. I'm Dee, otherwise known as the Shadow Cat. Yeah, I'm playing Varna. She is the original, supposed leader.
Oh no, the one who was destined to be leader, but not actually listed as the group leader.
Yeah.
Just because you have family connections to be leader doesn't mean you're leader material.
Yeah, but hey, who knows? One day there might be an assassination.
Now you've been warned.
Yeah. There may be a coup.
Maybe if I were Kiona, people just keep thinking she's in charge.
Yeah, that's...
Well, it works great with the standard tropes on leadership and stories. The person who seeks power is rarely suited to it.
Yeah.
And the person who doesn't want it generally does it quite well.
Yeah, like General Murdoch. Yeah, so that's more or less her in a hand basket, really.
And then we have our droid extraordinaire, David.
Yes, greetings, people. Meet that. I am David. I play B1337, otherwise known as Dr. Chuckle. The brains, the brawn, the skills, the charisma of the party. And,
I don't think the charisma.
first of all, how would you know? Second of all, look, I am a doctor. What would you all know? Like, would you like some medical treatment? If you do, then do what I say. Also, Roger.
Roger?
That's all you need to know about.
And Danny of Piper too.
So I can actually give people a showing of where Mandalore is compared to them. Because they do have that sort of capability. Okay, where is it on the map? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. So we got this little map over on the side here. The party is located on this little spot here. And Mandalore is all the way up here, I believe it is.
That's just a
And Tatooine.
that's just a weekend roll for Dr. Chuckles. Yeah.
Tatooine's
just over there.
is located over here.
Must be closer then.
So Mandalore's all the way around this way. So it is a fair distance away from where you are. You have pretty much gone almost as far as you can from Mandalore and still be in the other room.
Scary thing is, Dagobah is really, really close.
Yes, it is.
So don't go annoying little green man. You might just find yourself doing things you don't expect to.
Like joining the Force.
You will stop drinking, you will. Drinking I will stop.
Shucks.
This is not... This droid is not looking for you.
I'm sure there are worse things that can happen.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Not the Inquisition is out there.
That's alright.
Yes, and no one expects them.
It's alright.
Not the Spanish ones.
I've got
They expect the normal ones, just not the Spanish ones.
I've got Luke. Come here on one side. It's okay. Can't believe we picked that name, by the way.
Lieutenant
Can't
Fabio.
believe that martial artists don't get pressure points.
No, they just don't get any pressure points at all because it's like, well,
It's an awesome skill. Basically, you do stunning damage and it bypasses all this soak.
And I don't get
No, you have to be a doctor to get it.
Oh,
that. Alright, Chuckles.
Dr. Chappell's.
You make a brawl attack and you do stunning damage. It's an awesome.
well, if you
Oh,
can,
I'm so excited about that.
it can be quite useful to use the talents because the talents give you abilities you'll never get otherwise.
Yeah. And I'm just surprised that they didn't put that into the martial arts because you would expect.
Mainly because when they created the martial artist, it probably didn't exist.
No.
I know. Well, even if it was in the same rule set, it probably didn't exist when they created the martial artist. And so all the things that went out didn't take into account everything that was out there.
Yeah.
That was why I've put in those different alterations to the rules. Okay, so you are currently
Relaxing and gating.
2 weeks working and training, and some of you have gained some new skills. So we have our survivalist has managed to get himself some training in heavy weapons.
Yep.
And shown that he's able to actually hit targets.
For once.
Which means that he's currently qualified for using sniper weapons.
Nice.
Doesn't say he's good at it, just says he's qualified. It's the equivalent of he can now check it out of the armory when working with the sector rangers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, but he's the one who qualified while working with the sector rangers for
Oh,
it.
so he gets the okay.
No one else is qualified with the sector rangers for it. He also has shown that he's good with surprises. Vigilance.
Unpredictable.
So vigilance is your ability to adapt. The main thing it's used for is if you're surprised in combat, vigilance is what's called upon. If you're planning a combat, then you use cool instead. So cool is your ability to wait. Vigilance is your ability to do a surprise. There are other things involved in the skills as well, but that's a big core of what they are. So then we have Mark with Piper. Piper's spent the week learning how to
Chaba fellow other people of the opposite sex.
make use of her assets better.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter if it's the opposite sex or not,
Yeah, I might have a few drinks.
because you can still charm droids.
Is that right? Dr. Chappell's up. Charmed you, Emma? No response. Good. I like that.
Get speak binary talent.
That's all good, David. I got a point in charm, David. So.
Then we have Ross's character, who has been learning to be a little better at stealth and getting in and hitting things quickly. So he's been learning specialities to movement. And then we have Kesley, who's been learning that aggressive negotiations isn't the only way. And because she's been forced to talk, she actually had to learn to talk.
Yeah.
You can now talk the talk.
I have to learn to talk to other people.
So now she's the team spokesman.
I'm the charmer, then you do sort of after that. So. It's a team effort.
So Dee, what did you want to increase for your character?
I actually sent you the actual PDF, and I added leadership.
You wanted leadership? Okay. Is that something your character does? Does your character have any points in presence? Do you have 3 or 4?
She's only got 2 in presence,
Just
but
checking.
things can change later in the game.
Yes, through talents. It's the only way to increase your presence besides cyber surgery.
I thought that was Cyberpunk and Shadowrun.
Oh, there are ways to do it in Star Wars. I just don't tell you where they all are.
Yeah, those ones are your ones because there's nothing
Oh.
down in a fantasy fight.
Well, I have access to a lot of material. Okay, and then we have our droid who we'll work with a bit later to figure out what he spent his time learning. I'm sure he learnt many useful and
Murder.
wonderful things.
He learned murder.
Okay, noting down murder.
Would that be anti-medicine?
Sorry. And by murder, I do mean medicine / organ harvesting.
So let me guess, we're going to have
and-
bounty on
and
the
also-
killer.
And also shepherding. Not related at all.
Great.
So does this mean Piper wakes up to like dotted lines around her kidney and liver and stuff like that?
Possibly, but I
Maybe.
need to remind David that this is the PG version of Star Wars.
Right.
So no organ harvesting of fellow party members.
Tomorrow night, David. Tomorrow night.
Basically, we're hearing about
Okay.
filleted victims across the city.
That happens in tomorrow night's game. Tomorrow night's game does have the horror element to it. So, you've just spent a few weeks in working as sector rangers, and you're being given time off to give you a chance to gain more bounties with the bounty hunter's office. So, you can have so it's downtime from your training. You've been dropped off in town, so you don't have to actually walk there or take the shuttle.
Expensive. I'm sort of what money from last week. That's okay. I was happy. No. I had somebody pick me up.
And you have managed to gain, because I believe he was paying you 50 credits per week, so you've got 100 credits on you.
Woohoo. Back to those.
So, showing up in the city, there is a message for Piper. Clan captain. He's back in town. He's being caught up and away, and he's waiting for the group near the starport.
Oh, the clan captain. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought sorry. I was thinking lieutenant, but
And he's contacted Piper because he believed Piper was probably still sleeping off a bin, and always has it come through on high squeal.
No, that's right.
Hey.
Election day, probably.
hey, Gavin.
It's all good. We're just here to see if you've got any spare additions for the cause. It says for the family.
Oh, the family. But my family not here.
Well, if you like, I can
no.
you can pay for all that training we did for you and be
No.
washed out of the family.
No.
He says that over the comms.
No. That's right. I've got some credits. It took me a while. I was thinking about other bits of my family.
I understand. It says if you like, you can just hand your comm link over to Ross's character for the finish of the conversation.
Oh yeah, sorry. Ross.
When you remember that he's the one who's been ordered to execute you if you ever displease the family.
Oh yeah. No, I got some money for him. Okay.
Oh, in that case, maybe we don't need to speak to him after all.
It's all good.
We'll see you shortly, and he hangs up.
Okay. I was gonna have 40 credits ready for it. So. Well, I'm trying to save some money and bring all the family back, but well, two families, real
The
family.
greedy person is the one who has the most money to give to the family, but hey,
It depends on what the priorities are. But you've managed to make money by risking it all.
Yeah.
Because you could have absolutely bombed out and lost everything and gone, I've got nothing to give.
I just like it that the greedy person has the most.
Okay, so where do you head? You're in the city, not far from the bounty hunter's office.
Oh, I think we should check in.
I was going to say, shouldn't we just go and see this D-bag first?
We should check in with our captain first.
Yeah, probably better. I probably didn't do a good impression wrestling for him. But I'm certainly keen to
Probably
do it.
not. Plus, we need to turn in credits to the clan.
Out high.
Yes. So we should probably go do that.
Okay, sweetie, giving you blessings to trip over. Yep. Yeah, I had the wrap, but probably still hungry. She would eat one up, please. So, how do you get there? You could walk, which will be free and cost you about 2 hours.
Oh, we take public transport.
Or you can spend credits and be there in a few minutes.
Well,
I know I make it hard, don't I?
well, no, it's more that how Uden doesn't want to say his stuff when you spoke to him.
Well, he's as impressed with you as always.
Yeah, it was probably should get transport.
Yeah.
Really 5 credits each, I think.
I had somebody who's going to pay for us.
What? Why am I paying?
Just look at you when I say that.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I'll just say that.
How much does a bus pass cost?
They don't have passes, they just charge you 5 credits a trip. Whether it's across town, down the street, or into another city. But 5 credits a trip is still quite expensive when you're only going across town. When you're going between cities, it comes across as fairly cheap.
So is it 5 credits for the whole day? Or?
Now 5 credits per trip, so if you
It's
get
a-
off and
it's
get
a
back on
you get
again,
off.
it's another 5 credits.
So you could stay on the bus and have a tour of the town for 5 credits.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not unusual for a lot of public
See, most of
transport.
the town already very slow, so. Okay. But, that's cool. I do a snarky comment about somebody else can pay for us, but
That's fine.
somebody's loaded, I keep saying. So,
You say that quite loudly?
no, I say just go walk past and just whisper in the ear.
So you whisper it so quietly the person doesn't even notice?
Maybe.
Okay.
Heavy breathing in the ear.
Harbour, yeah, the
Might
charm.
want to get the scene too.
No, PG, right, PG. Give him PG. Yeah.
What, you're going to try to channel a fellow party member into paying for you?
Hey, it's a roll.
I'm keen to do it.
Alright.
So 2 and 1 channel.
Okay, so that's your roll, and the dice pool you're against is, I believe it is
The will, isn't it?
not just the will, remember the actual skill for it.
Vigilance.
I'll say vigilance. Because you can do
Pick it
different
up.
skills.
Yes.
But I'll actually look it up while I say that, because you can actually have character versus character roles here as part of the story.
I'm gonna. I feel that I've been trying to that job. I'll try to pull it off.
Alright, so what is it's 1 green and a yellow, is that right?
Yeah, so 2 and a circle. Yeah.
13.
You get your.
Oh no. It depends
Oh,
on what
actually, it's supposed to be cool. Your
Oh,
cool,
cool.
your cool opposes charm.
Holy shit.
Okay. Yeah, good luck with that. That's 2 purple. Ooh, there's presents, alright?
Yep.
Prince.
Whereas when you're doing negotiation, it's either backed by negotiation or cool, and if you're doing coercion, deception, and leadership, it's backed by discipline. So your various skills do work against each other nicely.
Okay. That's interesting. We've got 3 successes and 2 threat.
So how would Stefan like the threat to be applied?
So, you want to pay for me?
I'm trying to see if I have the.
We're best friends.
Got the DM screen somewhere. Here it
Remember
is.
those good times we had together? Now the
Threat's
bars.
not a failure, but it's...
So with 2 of those, you can make him suffer 1 block on his next action. You can have a free maneuver, or you can make him take 2 strain.
Oof.
On top of the 2 strain he's already started off, the 3 strain he's always started off with.
Yeah.
He's feeling guilty.
I realised I should have got grip.
We're gonna have you come through here.
I'm gonna go that way.
We can move the table if you like.
just trying to get it to come around without pulling things over. That should be enough to get through. All good.
On the table this way? Cords.
There are a lot of cords. Oh. I thought it might have been easier than trying to go behind everyone else.
I think it would be easy to go behind.
We'll try that next time. I wasn't sure how far the table was forward in comparison. It did require more people to get out.
So I should choose straight.
No, I'm not going to give you this terrain.
Cool. Means I'm highly resistant to being
Yeah, I'll give you black.
charmed.
Okay.
Mm.
You need black dice on the hand, so
Yeah, I'll give you black dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so. And you know where that black dice is going to be used?
On me.
No.
No.
Yeah, I think it's the captain.
The captain.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh well.
I actually pay for Piper.
You do pay for Piper?
I'll pay for Piper.
And
You
so
pay for
you,
Piper?
both you and Stefan pay for Piper? Because he just convinced Stefan to pay for Piper.
I convinced him, but I might feel a bit unlucky in the future. Please trying to say.
Did you say pay for us?
Yes, it back for us.
He did say pay
So
for
I
us.
have to now pay 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 credits.
And the droid, 35.
35.
As well as we have Varna also paying for Piper because she just piped up, she paid for Piper.
So there's no storage charge for the droid as well? Additional storage charge?
No, he's taking up a seat because he actually is mobile.
So yes, I pay 35 credits.
I was well with the black dice. I did this one for the team.
You're a jerk.
It's Piper.
What happened?
Piper used my charm skill to get Stefan's character to pay for the transport.
So why did Varna pay for you then?
Because she
Because Varna's
Varna
like,
and Byron.
Because there was so much arguing between the two, it was like, oh, just shut the fuck up.
So Varna goes and pays and then finds out that right after she's paid, it's also been paid again. So she's got a ticket for someone, a ticket to get on the bus right now. And
a ticket for later.
no, the ticket is basically you can give it to someone else to get on the bus for free.
We see someone on the side of the road. They want to go to the bus.
Yeah, I'll give it to someone who needs it.
Okay. They thank you greatly.
That's what we do. We're good people.
Are they a particular type
I
of
look at
person?
you.
They covered it in grease stains and oil patches. And dropping tools all over the place and constantly bending down and picking them up.
So has a lot of what sort of tools?
Hard to tell, but they do make lots of noise when they hit the ground.
So I can't tell what sort of tools they are.
Well, they're also covered in grease and stuff.
Feels like Piper.
No, that's not very nice.
You can have the chocolate chip that's broken. Whoa.
They're all broken.
So he's having all the
You can have
chips.
of them.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah. It is. Let me that bit broken. So,
A lot of these places will throw packets in containers.
no, it's pretty good when I picked
I
it
think
up.
there's only one non-broken chip cookie.
That's
That's
okay.
So you can actually pick up your cookie.
the way
And
the cookie crumbles.
The cookie and the cookie.
Preferably not all over my floor.
No,
It's
no,
easy. Just
That's
take
what
the
I'll bet the
broken.
bowls are doing the right thing.
and hopefully we don't have Bruce Almighty showing up.
Bruce Almighty?
That's where they had that saying, and that's how the cookie crumbles was constantly said on
Bruce
there.
Almighty,
Yeah.
okay. Just take the crumbles, add milk to it, bam, you got cereal. Easy.
And not much difference between that and cereal.
it's just
Or
the
just mix
sugar.
it in the chili.
Pop has a feeling that something's not going to happen very soon. I'm not sure what it is yet.
Okay, so you get on the transport and they get across the city very quickly. You get to see a lot of the city streets way below you as it takes a shortcut.
Have I gone past any places where something like taking out for a day?
Quite a few you can see. As you look down, it's gone in a moment.
I'll put it to the house.
But by the time you're pointing, you've passed it.
Cool. But
So this is why it takes 2 hours to cross the city on foot, whereas the vehicle crosses it in moments.
that's fair.
And it sets you down just outside the star point. Because you can, there are a lot of places you can call these services. And depending on who's on there will be where they go. And then the guy who got the lift also got off in the starport. Thanks you again and rushes into the busy thoroughfare.
we didn't get a name or anything.
It's just a random person.
As far as you know, you may see him again.
This is Martin.
He's probably an
It is
apprentice.
possibly that this person is the most integral person to our campaign overall.
Yeah, he's probably an apprentice or something like
All NPCs are as important as you make them.
If
So
you put
if
an
you-
NPC in there, it's worthwhile talking to it. You didn't just chuck it in there for luck.
And I've had people that are in the story written are a throwaway person who's become the person that made the game work.
Yeah.
So
It's
he
that
waves his,
random act of kindness that actually helps another person, and it will come back to you
he
later.
never had a chance to ask why you were travelling, and he waved as he ran off. But you have a feeling he'll recognize you, and you'll recognize him if you run into each other
that.
again.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Good deed comes in the back of the turn. Okay, that's that.
Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished.
That's right. I'm not trying to get too deep.
Oh no, every good deed gets punished.
No, I will. Yeah.
Especially in the next Rats game. Just making notes down. Okay, it only takes you another 10 minutes to find your captain. I'm watching him pacing in front of a landing bay.
Oh, hey, Yavin.
He looks up. About time.
I'm trying to get as soon as possible.
Yeah, luckily for you, did that mean you weren't drunk this time on duty? Like last
Leave
time, or
my-
the time before, or the time
Leave
before?
my teammate alone.
It's okay. It's well deserved. I understand.
Says, well, you're not the reason. He looks at Varna and says, "You're not the reason why we lost a couple of members, but she is." He says, pointing at Piper.
Yes, that's in the past. This is now the present and the future.
And if she hasn't learnt from the past, then we've already made arrangements to make sure it won't happen again.
I believe she's already learnt from that, haven't you?
Look
Piper?
specifically at Ross's character at that point. As has been told in front of you that there is a clan hit on you if you screw up. Paperwork's already been filled out and it's been approved.
That was good. That was good. Yes, I hear we're here to provide some money for the family.
So how much have people been able to save up to help out, he says.
Doing my training. Yeah.
I've got 40 credits.
Okay, so Piper's down for 40 credits.
Thank you.
I mean, I wasn't a rich person, but I was okay.
I've got 400 credits.
And that was also the bounty stuff as well.
You get that. The training we did, we got 100 credits plus whatever credits.
You got an extra
can
100
use.
credits for the 2 weeks
Well,
of
I had
training.
to spend like half of that on,
Yeah.
on bus fare, didn't I? So, you know, sorry for not, you know.
No, I'm just saying, was that all the bounty credits? Because I didn't list the bounty credits.
Not all of that, some of it was gambling.
Most of that was gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for 30.
Okay, so we have D down for 30 with stuff.
Sorry, what's this?
How much people are putting towards the
So
clan?
yeah, now we're
Oh,
meeting.
right, okay.
Me and the cap and
Okay.
but I give them 50.
66.
You give him 50.
And I'm going to give him 100.
You give him 100.
Shit, I'm pretty broke.
Well, we all are
Yeah.
fairly
Oh,
broke.
wait a minute.
Be right back.
Yeah, no, that was that's a different game. That's why I'm going back to look at
So that
the more recent ones.
yeah.
That was, yeah.
Is there a better way of doing this other than you keep on fronting up every month?
He says, well, there is, but it's more traceable.
I thought it'd be,
We're trying to keep the clan under the radar here. You're the only Imperial registered members of the clan at this stage.
True.
And as such, we're...
I was just more thinking of ways of trying to save money because it's going to basically cost them a fortune to come out each week.
Oh no, we're out here doing other business. That's why we're only out here once a week, and sometimes we miss weeks.
I've only got 218, 16 credits.
You don't
So
have-
I'm going to give them a quarter of my income just in case I need to buy supplies.
How much do you want to give them?
That works out to 54 credits.
Okay.
Well, while I'm here, I go, you remember Dr. Chuckles?
Well, yeah, your Psychopathic medical dread.
Yeah.
I thought it was destroyed.
Hey, that's not very nice.
He pauses and looks at you and says, "But is it accurate?"
16.
Well, you're not wrong.
I try to be more precise with my actions in future. We thought he was destroyed in with your family.
Yes. This is what I found out since we last spoke. My family's been captured by the Imperials.
Okay, so now I'm going to get you to make a negotiation check with him to see how much he cares.
Negotiation, which is 2 presents and a black. With the black and black.
And I just looked up what that was. So his dice in comparison.
So I've got no skills on that.
Does he have any skills? Because that translates to red dice, doesn't it?
It does, yes. So discipline. Okay.
I reckon he's got skills in
So
discipline.
negotiation or cool. So I'm going to put it down as 2 yellow and a green. So that means 2 red and a purple. Is your opposition for that roll?
Yeah, happy with that. Yeah, lovely black.
Well, at least there wasn't 2 despairs.
Okay. So we have an advantage and 2 failure.
Okay, so you can regain a strain.
Because you got it off
And-
your chest.
And he cuts you off saying, considering what your family's done, he hopes they rot. And walks off.
You say that?
Okay. But, okay, what bounties were there?
I'll drop the titles back.
Who? What?
He was sort of telling the captain about how his family had been captured by Imperials and was going into it, so I made him make a negotiation roll with the captain. Because his family does have a bad reputation,
Oh.
and basically said he doesn't want to hear any more about it and he hopes they rot.
That's mean.
What?
Yeah, that's pretty much how we
Hey.
He
do it.
doesn't necessarily like
Word.
them, so it makes sense.
He
Well,
has a lot of dislike of Piper and Piper's family.
Why?
And,
Captain?
yeah, and he's shown it quite a few times.
Okay.
Because the captain has an active hit on him that is only held while he's useful.
Okay.
So every time when he said, "Oh, I don't really have time for you right now," so I'll hand you over to Ross's character, who's the assassin who's got the
Who I'm
the
on
kill
about.
order. And then when I pointed out to Mark, he's probably going to ask Ross to kill you.
Oh,
That was why he was asking you to hand him over
okay,
to
I
Ross.
forgot about that thing. He's like, oh, I do have that, yeah. My family was a bit of a,
Yeah, and I have stood up.
It was Mark's background about being so disgraced that his family is in high disgrace right now.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't understand a bit about the assassin.
So Ross's background was to enforce the assassination if he steps out of line again. He's on his last
Piper?
chance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I like her and I don't want to, I have to. Which is,
For some reason, I thought that was the captain.
I know the captain was going to give the order.
Oh, I see. Alright, yeah.
So the order's being held up
Yeah.
as long as Piper doesn't screw up again.
well, when he says that, I know where Dr. Chuckles are. I'm going to hand in front of Dr. Chuckles.
Mhm.
Say, it's okay. I said, I got to sort this out myself.
Sneak out.
I was only hoping that when
That was a wise choice, because you knew exactly what was going through my head.
I know exactly what Dr. Chuckles would do in this situation. So.
Squeeze!
no,
I understand as well.
disintegration.
And that was why I did it as a characterization
Oh, no, that's
in
fine.
the story.
That's fine. And I'll go, I look like I'm sad, but I'll try to do a strong face with the middle. Yeah, okay. Fair for the point. And try to just stop all conversation with the captain for a little bit.
And then and he says he'll try to catch you next week or the week after, depending on availability. And he turns to Varna and says, if you keep vouching for this one, I can't see you ever being someone of importance in the clan.
And threats like that could
He's-
also
he's-
land
he says
you
it's
in
the-
trouble.
Says it's not a threat. You're the only reason why she wasn't gunned down for her last mess up. So you may share her fate if she screws up again.
No, it means that the political enemies are got some high pull.
It says, beware who you back, he says as he heads off.
She, as it's out of sight, just
I kind of join you quite a bit too, because I'm not. I think I understand I've done some things wrong in the past, but I think this guy has growth. So might be because my family, literally my family wanted to. So.
And your character personally was involved in the death of many clan members
Yeah. Yes,
while you were drunk.
Yes. And my family crashed the shuttle.
Oh no, after that.
Or after that.
Yeah. They blame you for the loss of all their Beskar.
well, perhaps actually someone drove that alcohol.
Yes, I know. Whatever.
So-
We're getting better, but
Some is warranted, some is not, but the feeling gets compounded when they go, we don't have any of our ancestral armor anymore.
that's why I was looking at the armor and the place
No. We know that. Well, there was an inside job. I'm not blaming you. I reckon that they most likely target your clan is because of history and it's easy to target.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But that was a bit.
Yeah, that's why
A lot of the
I
ships
said you were
did get
gonna target
did get sabotaged, so that's the reason why the armor is forever because the ships got to save.
And when the armor that you got off planet was stolen, Piper was actually in the center of that security mess.
Yeah, that's why I think it's more of somebody has basically done their back checking and they're going, yeah, this is the best time to do it due to the fact we've got these clan members who happen to be the black sheep of the clans.
But so far, only Piper's been targeted with it, but Vanya has put her foot in it by standing up.
Yeah, but we also know that Vanya's being targeted by other members of the clan as well. But we still do not know
We don't know
who or what other external forces are targeting the clan.
May even be her parents. Because one of the ways of teaching people is to put them in the middle of strife and see how they survive. You cannot survive strife if you're always protected is one of the Mandalorian way. That does mean that they may not go lethal on her if it's her family, but then again, doesn't rule that out.
Oh, let's go through the galaxy on a backup stuff. Hyperdrive. Yay!
So I do have some by 25 backup hyperdrives. Yes, I do have some backup by 25s. So it takes 25 times as long to travel as would one of the base hyperdrives.
Okay. After the captain walks off and then a good distance away, make sure we're outside of hearing distance. Okay, let's just go let's do another job. We need.
It's annoying that you can't have a firing range out here.
You do have one out on the Sector Ranger Academy,
Yeah.
where you've just spent your last fortnight.
Yeah, I know.
I think we just. Yeah, do we have any jobs from the actual Sector Range?
No, because you haven't qualified.
We have four more weeks of Sector Ranger training to complete.
So, do you want to do?
But you have been learning about the various planets of the region and different laws, though the Imperial law is starting to override some sector laws, but sector laws are still valid as are planetary laws.
So, what would in that case we would have to get? That be classed in outer rim, would it?
Okay, let's go find a job.
For the laws out here, and core worlds for
Outer Rim generally does, and Core Worlds will both do laws for those areas.
But it wouldn't be
as
the
well
Imperial.
education.
Yeah. Okay.
So each of those give you various backgrounds. So if you're trying to use Outer Rim to find out laws of the Core Worlds, it won't work as well.
No.
And the other way around, but education's also a base level of understanding of how much you've learned. So it can be used for a lot of different things.
Okay.
So I take it we've done 2 weeks or 4 weeks of training, is that right?
Of 6.
6 weeks training. And do we have away time that we're on at the moment?
You've been given leave to do your own devices, and he suggested you
For
check
how
in
long?
with the bounty hunter's office until you want to continue your training. If
You
you
guys
take
are
a bounty that
breaking
goes
up
for
and
a
I'm
while-
losing audio.
What was that?
You guys are breaking up and I'm losing audio.
Okay, I will check and see what's happening with my audio device. Let's see. Okay, gonna put the gain up a bit and hopefully it will pick it up better. Are you picking us up clearer?
Yep.
Okay, just put the mic up so hopefully it will work better for you. So yes, you are given leave until you come back because he understands you're also doing work for the guild. So he's basically said you can go do a job for the guild, then come back.
Okay, let's head to the guild.
Because you've had 2 weeks training and he likes to break up his training.
It's fine with me.
Right. He's
so-
not about indoctrination, whereas stormtrooper training is you go in a non-empire lover and walk out a empire fanatic.
Either by choice or by not.
Until you have a mental break.
If you walk out, you're an empire fanatic.
Yeah.
So it's another 2-hour walk back to the guild office.
That's fine. Walk is fine. It's good for just the circulation.
It's good for to get rid of some
What if
steam.
I?
at the moment,
What if
yeah.
we do a bit of a jog because we're keeping our figures up?
You
Would that
can.
take a little bit of time off?
It may take about half an hour off.
Piper just needs to get her mind off things because she wants to punch her captain right now, and it's really just.
That's why I thought we might jog a little bit of the way and get rid of some of the excess energy.
Yeah, we're gonna make like targets of his face when we get back.
Okay, so while you're jogging along, you see posters up about a new gambling game in town.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, can I distract somebody as we do that?
And okay, give me a perception roll for you while you do so.
I'm also aware of Cadkio's thing. I wouldn't
I've
mind
got-
either assisting or doing it.
I've got 2 in perception and 2 in cunning.
Okay, so give me 2 green versus 2 purple.
Before you roll, I just wanted to ask a question. When you're doing these things, do you roll together or do you roll
It
separately?
depends on if someone's trying to do a statement by themselves.
Right.
If they say a statement by themselves, then they're rolling by themselves.
Okay.
If they're saying that I get someone to help me with this,
Yep.
then you're doing it as a team one.
Okay, so
And
I would
that's-
roll separately at this
You
stage.
would roll separately as well, so we'll do Mark's roll and then we'll do your
Yeah,
roll.
I just wanted to know how it worked.
The idea is I'm trying to convince people to say they're getting help instead of just saying I'm doing this. Because the
It's
moment
hard-
they say I'm doing this, I'm making them roll individually.
I've got to keep remembering that. It's different.
Oh,
It's
okay.
28, yeah.
So we just have to remember to call each other for help.
And that does signify the differences of how much harder it is to do things by yourself.
Yeah.
1 threat.
Okay, so as you go to look and tell, distract
Cadkia.
Kadkia, you see that the poster has some other things on there. Not only is there this new gambling thing, the bar in question has, if you can name a drink that they can't make, you get to drink for free.
At this point, I'd like to get help from Kayana
Mm-hmm.
and also do a same check. Like I tug her arm and point to the poster or something.
And I would have gone.
Instead of taking his attention away from it, it's like, hey, look at this.
Look at this. You see that over there?
I wonder if they can make a journey in
What
some
sort
spot.
of role? And I presume you're okay helping.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I believe it is a perception.
So I've got
I have 2 rank in perception.
that's presence. Where's my perception
And
number?
it's perception and cunning. So your cunning is
Yeah.
2. Yep.
and we have. Do you have any ranks in perception?
As I've got one here. I don't know if that's a rank.
Yes.
That's a rank. Yep.
Yep.
Do you have any ranks?
I have 2
Yeah, two ranks in.
in perception.
So that means it's 2 yellow dice versus 2 purple dice. Unfortunately, you don't add any extra between the 2 of you.
Oh, still won't guide after all that.
That's 2 advantage.
So, looking at things, you.
Do we each hook an arm next to the one that we want to distract and just carry them along?
Yeah, you do manage to, as we have pipers trying to get attention to someone. You sort of cough and there's a rip, and he turns and points at a blank wall.
Oh yeah. That was funny.
And I shake my flask.
And then Kadkia sees this poster with something about something on it just go down the street. So you still see the poster. They don't actually stop you seeing it. It just goes off the street before you can actually pay too much attention to it.
Yeah. No, I'd like to just have to look at that later.
What's that sound?
I believe that is.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
David's trying to do something I can't work out. I haven't worked out what it is yet.
His droid just has this bad motivator problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was David trying to talk but can't get through?
David was sort of talking in the background. Making sure you can see where you are in relation to everything. So you are currently on Elrood. And where your family's on Coin, which is where the green line comes in. So quite a distance away. And there are currently most of the traffic goes from Elrood to Torina and back as the main supply line.
No, I haven't been drinking. What's going on? Yeah, it's like that. And I feel a bit funny for 5 minutes and I'll keep walking. Yeah. Or jogging, whatever it is.
So as you're running along, you see Lieutenant Fabio polishing up a vehicle on the street.
Shirtless?
Yeah.
Shirtless?
Yeah.
I was supposed to make this PG, man.
It is PG.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
His hair covers everything. He is Fabio after all.
Sounds like a Wookiee.
So it's completely nipple free.
I do like walking. Okay.
Sure he hasn't got 3.
Hard to tell his hair's that long.
So just polishing his cage, he's looking in my direction, or he's not doing it. I'll catch up. And I'll just wander over there.
And there's about a crowd of 10 girls watching.
I bust my way through that crowd.
I don't think we should leave her here.
Does anyone go with her?
She's got this.
There's captain, isn't it? Yeah.
Lieutenant. Lieutenant Fabio.
Is Lieutenant the one I'm not supposed to say? Or?
Yeah. He's officer. He's actually Officer Fabio.
Yeah, I'll go. Officer, how are you?
He looks up. Oh, Piper, how you doing?
Good. Bit hot today, is it?
Well, I didn't want to get my uniform too dirty while I was cleaning the car.
I look around. Okay. Yeah, I think people have noticed. Yeah.
Well, I do it this day at this time every week.
Oh, really? Is this your race car? Or?
Oh no, this is my police car.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It doesn't even have any police signs on it whatsoever. This looks like a hot rod style car.
Oh. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we're just back in town after some training, so I'll just say hi. Well, I saw you, getting oogled by other people.
Right. He goes, well, I was just, doing, showing muscles while he's doing stuff.
I'm trying not to notice. And
then, doing gestures where he's, flexing, and bending down and flexing.
Yeah. That's good. That's it.
And to be honest, by the look of his face, he doesn't even know he's doing it.
And all the ladies are giggling.
He's a himbo.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing wrong with those.
Look, if you got some free time in the future, we might catch up. Okay, I've got to head off to do some work now. So
Anytime you want to live somewhere, I can get you there in no time. Sirens and everything.
Sure.
I think that was directed to Piper.
How far is it away from the guild?
Probably about another hour's jog.
Oh no, we definitely want to take transport if we can get it.
Well, I mean, is
how
it?
many can fit in this car? Look at this car now.
Two.
It's an
It's a
interceptor.
short ride.
It's an
Just him and me, I think.
yeah, it's an interceptor.
I'm gonna take Varna.
Don't leave us behind.
Let me guess, its colour is red, purple, yellow, and a great big yellow spoiler on the back. And there's a big red Autobot symbol on the front.
No, it's mainly just red. And so it doesn't look like Hot Rod. It just is this really bright red monstrosity.
Look, thank you for the offer, but I need to spend some time with my crew here. I'm sure you
So
understand.
I'm happy for some alone time anytime you want it, he says.
Yeah, look, and I'll try not to smile and giggle at the same time.
As he does the whole chest popping incident.
You could do your own chest popping incident, but
Is he also then doing the nipple?
Because
dance?
you said it was a-
Pick-
Oh, the pick
That's
dance.
just
Weird meat sack. He has some sort of weird fattening problem.
Yeah, it reminds me of Terry Crews.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, this guy I used to know called Terry Crews. Look,
do you want a soda stream?
Excuse me, sir. Do you require medical assistance?
no. The doctor, he's fine. It's okay. Look, yeah, thank you for the offer, and I will hit you. We might get later tonight if that's okay.
He says, fair enough.
Okay.
Don't take too long.
No. And yeah, I'll give him a tap on the shoulder.
He gives you a big hug, picks you up off your feet. You're covered in sweat and water and suds.
I look at Varna, go, I need help here.
And puts you down again and goes back to cleaning his car with bending over and dropping things and.
Take me, guys, take me.
You
Take
can
me.
just see the seething.
The male version of the bend and snap.
Piper, I think he might need a slap on the backside.
He's been back at the time, is he?
Yeah.
I'll slap him back so I can walk off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he does this, oh my, when you hit him.
God.
And I
Why
go,
did an image of George Takei come?
That's exactly what I'm like.
that's what I was thinking too. It's like, goodbye.
Wow, Master, we need to talk to you about consent.
Yes, personal boundaries.
That's right. I forgot you weren't here last session, Dr. Chuckles. Yeah. And I said, yes, let's talk on the way, please. It's like,
Oh, great.
sure
You're
I
gonna,
I'm sure I get a robot inquisition about
No,
how
he's gone into nanny mode now.
I know, yes, no, I know.
Yeah, no, he has to talk to you about the birds and the bees and dating.
Oh please.
Wait, how old are you again?
To a droid, it doesn't matter.
So it would be
What was it?
early 20s, like most.
The last time,
You can be
last
anywhere
time
from
Dr. Tucker saw
16
you,
to-
you were
I
a
would be early
preteen.
20s, early 20s. Yeah.
So last time Dr. Tucker saw you would have been preteen. So he thinks that like you don't know anything about this
So
kind of
last
stuff.
time he saw you, you would have been about 12 then.
Yeah, so this is exactly what
yeah, I'm
he
gonna
was
say about
programmed to
25-ish,
start
yeah,
teaching
so
you.
it's
Okay,
like-
so last time he saw you was about 15, so it was 10 years ago.
A lot has changed since we had this discussion, Dr. Chuckles. It's
Alright, so just FYI, I'm almost finished here on my way.
Yep.
And when I get there, we're gonna have a chat.
When your droid gets here.
oh, no.
Like image of a BB1 going, a B1 going.
And I go, oh no.
Master! Master! When a mother master and a father master love each other very much,
Is there enough for someone to turn off his motorization?
I look at
No.
Varna, I go, there's none. Trust me, I've tried this many
No,
times.
no, there is. It's the restraining bolt.
Yes, except it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Yeah.
come on, don't tell them that. They don't need to know that yet.
So do now.
No, that's all I need.
That's alright.
Well, the thing is that they don't have access to your droid thingy, because you need to have the tool to actually use it, so They can't just push the
My
button.
droid thingy?
I
Are
know.
we talking about the version of B still?
No, each droid restraining bolt has a caller, and if you don't use the caller, it doesn't matter if you've got it or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where the call is.
And only Piper has access to that one.
No, he hasn't put in the batteries for it.
Oh, that's right. We have
And Piper doesn't remember where he put it.
No, because I haven't
Where's
thought
she
about
got
it.
it?
Okay, time to write this down. I need this for next session.
Actually, isn't it by law you're supposed to have it on you?
She is, but she keeps leaving it behind.
Droid activation.
The droid never actually reminds her.
Yeah, but I thought the
I
issue
can't
is that
imagine
if the
why.
droid, if the master of the droid does not have the restraining bolt, the droid is then cast as a danger to
Still
society.
has the restraining bolt on the chassis.
Yeah, so
That's completely different.
Unless somebody like asks about it.
And some security forces can fire off all restraining
When
bolts
you
in
when
the
you
area.
start talking about that, I go, let's move on. It's back at the barracks, okay?
That's what you think, Master.
Let's just move on. We're not discussing this right now, okay?
Okay, so after another bit of travelling,
And I'll get told about all the birds and bees again. Yeah.
sure,
Yes.
sure it's not the bees and the bees.
I don't know. It depends on the storyline. I'll leave it up to Dave when he gets here. Yeah. I know. I thought you'd like that.
Oh, that sounds like Beavis and Butthead.
It's going to be a bit that way, D, unfortunately. So, we'll make it to the bounty office now.
And just before you reach that
Yeah,
block, there's a grand
Get to know
opening
each other
happening
a
on the
lot
street.
Grand opening happening where, sorry?
On the street that you're walking down, and there's some sort of marching band. There's streamers. There's a whole lot of fuss. There's
So I take it the band's going. Do, 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 do.
I'm happy for it to do that.
Or is it ding, 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 ding?
Not quite.
No, because too much of that and he won't be able to air this.
And
No,
so,
Master, you guys are getting it all wrong. Don't you remember the classic of Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up?
Oh, that Gungan. Yeah, I do remember that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do remember it.
and you see that they've got this big celebration going in the street. People are throwing confetti everywhere.
That's fun.
We'll go past the local. Can I ask what's going on?
Open and type of end points out. Look, there's an opening going on.
Oh,
That's what's
it's
happening.
the official Imperial outlet for Elrood.
Oh,
Imperial Embassy. Eh?
Not really embassy, the Imperial recruitment outlet.
Emporium.
I thought there was already one.
They were recruiting out of bars. This is the official recruitment centre. Every other building they've been in, wasn't their building. This is their building.
Oh, okay.
okay. Cool. Let's walk on. No need to look.
Yep, walking on.
This isn't the bar you're looking for.
No.
You see up on the podium giving the stirring speech is a woman in black leathers with flowing red hair.
Yep.
Oh, is that Flight Lieutenant?
Oh, my dear friend.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. I tried not to make eye contact. Yeah.
Okay, and she calls out Piper.
I ignore it the whole time.
And some person taps you on the shoulder as you're walking past as she's gesturing in your direction. An Imperial Imperial guy that you recognize as one of the investigators says, "Oh, Piper, the flight lieutenant officer up there has asked for your assistance."
Do we
You know what-
recognise this person?
Yeah, he's the.
He's the guy who's been investigating the terrorist bombing.
The forensics guy?
Lieutenant Sandino?
Fernandino.
Do it.
You don't want to let her down, do you?
I'm sorry, but she's on her way to we're on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, we can get you there in no time. Don't worry about that. I'm sure they won't mind you stopping for 5 minutes to help the Empire.
What's the name again?
Her name?
I'm not a party here on an idea whether I should go ahead walk or not walk here. So
It's entirely up to you,
Carlist.
darling. I'll see you at the
Carlist
office.
was her name,
And
the flight
I'm going to give her a
Carl-
fake kiss on the
Carl-
cheek.
Carlist. K-A-R-L.
oh, thanks, Dana.
L-A-R-L-A-S-T.
L-I-S-T.
L-I-S-T.
Carlos.
One of the Imperials
Kakia.
investigating the...
Oh,
No. She's
that was the flight officer.
Oh,
she's the
right.
Lieutenant
she's
I need a bit of
Sandino
help
was
here.
the
Can you keep an eye on me,
she's
please?
the pilot or whatever.
yeah. She's the pilot.
Should
He's
be
the
going
investigator.
up.
Okay, right.
Can you
So,
drag me away so I've got something important to do?
Sure.
Okay. I look at Kakia and go, I need you to keep me away from here.
And the lieutenant says, I'll give you 5 credits if you let him go up on the podium.
To me.
Yeah. Or help me get her on the podium.
Oh, this is not going to get good.
Let's make it 10.
I
I
think
need to make a willpower roll for
It
this.
puts the 10 credits in your hand.
What's the resisted willpower?
actually.
Is it vigilance? No.
Okay,
wouldn't
so-
it be like 35 because that's how much
He's
it
doing a
cost you
coercion
last
check
time?
against you.
Yeah.
So coercion is, let me see if I do the opposite one. You can get to choose.
so what,
The
are
opposite
they,
of coercion is discipline.
what are they asking you to do? Just
Oh,
go
he's
up
being
there.
bribed.
Go up
Bribed.
onto
Okay.
a what?
I've got 3 willpower and that's it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
he's
going on
got
podium
2
as
yellow and a
Carlos is
green.
giving a speech.
Oh, just
So
stand
he's got
there.
2 reds.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
speed.
so 2 red and a purple
Bloody hell. Okay.
versus your
3 green.
3 green.
Fucking hell. Okay, pardon me. Sorry, PG.
Yeah, PG.
No
yes.
one heard that.
I didn't hear anything.
Wasn't on the feed.
I heard it.
It can be
Nice.
Australian PG.
In which case there'd be a lot of F words.
That would be a
Hey. Hey, we've got an astromech.
An astromech.
That's 1 failure.
Okay, so yes, you take the money and agree.
I just look at you
How,
going,
how much money is it?
10 credits.
10 credits.
10 credits just to help get her up onto the podium.
considering that I took money off you before, I can understand why you
And
might.
you go, here, help me get up. What? And you find
I'll
you.
just go.
This is payback.
I just go. Okay, I reluctantly get pulled up to the podium.
Are you wearing Mandalorian colours?
No.
Not at this stage.
Just
No.
checking. Because I wouldn't want Mandalorians
No,
to
no,
be
none of us are
looking
wearing
like...
our armor because we can't.
Yeah,
We're
that's what I
wearing
mean.
heavy clothing.
You don't want to be up there and
No.
other people seeing you and seeing that you're next to the Imperials and being
Well, they
able
know
to
that we've been
recognise us.
training with the.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Because
the next door neighbour happens to own everything else.
Yeah.
And happens
And-
to reside in the ship above.
also now the Rangers are sanctioned by the
Imperials.
And you know that there was a Grand Admiral who was talking to the
Yeah.
head officer group.
I do know that one, yes.
Okay, and so she says, my good friend Piper here, who is helping out the Empire learning to be a second ranger,
That's correct.
and has nothing but good things to say about the Empire as she pulls you up into the podium. Here, what would you like to say about how the Empire is helping with the fixing crime in the region? Considering you're also one of the Imperial trained bounty hunters.
I try not to take a side. I try not to take a negative side of some of the stuff that I've seen they've been doing, but I'll just be positive about the whole thing.
Sure, give me a negotiation roll.
He has charm.
Can I
Charm?
interrupt?
Are you charmed?
No, it's going to be negotiation
Okay, that's fair
because you're trying not to put your foot in your mouth. You're not trying to make everyone feel good about
2
you.
presents.
Um,
So 2 presents.
Can
If-
I
if-
just
if
whisper
everyone wants
over the com links some suggestions?
Yeah, if somebody
Yeah,
wants to-
can I?
Yeah,
help?
You could,
Yeah.
but at the time she doesn't have her comlink on.
What's the counter?
Most people don't leave the comlink on because they'll be getting a lot of feedback.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
The counter is she's up against 2 purple, but she has one of the greens upgraded due to the assistance of the flight officer, giving you a boost.
Okay.
She gives you a free upgrade.
So that's it?
And this is you putting on the brave face for the Empire as you see the cameras recording.
Give us this. Come on, give us the spill.
I hope I'm looking.
And before he rolls, give us the spiel of what you're going to say, because this will affect the dice roll.
No, I wasn't prepared for this. Yes, since my training as a local ranger and my acceptance as a local bounty hunter, I've noticed the deeds the Empire has done in this city and around this planet. So I feel that this new embassy, is it, or embassy? Or,
This is the official recruitment office for the city.
I said, these people I've met, and the two people I've met, I said they have been quite helpful in my movement from my first being here to this lovely city, and I believe they are doing some goodwill the city to make it go forward, and trying to be as nice, as general, as nice as possible. Because
I love blue guys.
Alright.
So yes, you get a boost out of it.
Okay.
You don't actually put your foot in it too much.
Oh, okay.
Is it good or not?
Not really.
Oh, I thought I did pretty
So
well.
you've got a failure and an advantage.
Okay, you feel really good about the amount of times you put your foot in it.
Okay.
And basically you talk at anywhere the camera is not looking.
Yeah,
So if that camera's looking at you, you're talking that way. If that camera's looking at you, you're talking that
and,
way.
and people go and keep pointing. Oh, and it's like,
And you keep getting yourself gestured as they keep switching.
and once I've said it,
And then she takes you off to the side for a photo op.
Oh, okay. So I've walked about an hour, haven't I?
But you jogged.
You've jogged.
So you're a little red flushed.
Do you mind if we just freshen up for a little bit before the photo? Is that okay?
Says, nope, you're a flight risk. she says.
Flight officer.
Fair call. That's a fair call.
They click, and then she lets you go and says, have fun.
Thank you.
Have a free drink on me next time you buy.
Have a good day. And I just
As you walk away, you see pictures of you already up on the side in the window, saying the Empire wants you, with you in the picture.
I said that.
Giggle.
I come back. I look you directly in the eyes and just give you a greasy. Ooh. It's like, and I said, and I do say when I walk past, nicely played. It's like,
Are we able to take pictures of the recruitment?
Wow, Master, I never knew you betray your family and belief so easily.
hey. I put my mouth around the Joy's mouth. I said, let's move it on, okay?
Yeah.
Master, you never told me you were a narc.
Hey, settle down. Let's go. Come on.
You're just gonna love this picture, the captain.
Hey, can I get a copy of that?
Move on, you guys. Let's get back to the recruitment, the bounty office.
Yeah, the recruitment one's closest.
Just down the street from it.
You're the one who's posing for the cameras.
Hey, no one else is saving me. I point out.
You ran off ahead of us.
So it's Piper the Poser.
Yeah.
And people wonder why I go to drink. Okay?
Well, you
Oh,
also,
that's a pathological inability to resist the alcohol, Master.
That too. Thank you for informing me.
you also get the most free drinks out of the party.
Yeah, true. Okay. Let's get onto this bounty, guys. Let's keep going.
Okay, you get to the office.
Oh, you're a bounty hunter again, are you, Master? I thought you were a betrayer hunter.
I said, when I find that button.
Good luck, Master. I hit it.
Yeah, we'll find it.
Out comes the poster of the B1 battle droid. Now, where did he touch you? Where did she touch you, droid?
Fall in my top button.
I just look at everyone. I just keep walking towards the office. I just shake my head. Yeah. I'm going. Nah, I'm not going to win this conversation now. So.
Okay, so outside the bounty hunter's office is a Empire banner.
I can put your photo that I took on my data pad as my back
Look.
screen image.
Look, I know you're upset that you paid for the trip. Okay, let's get over it and move forward on this. Okay.
Actually, having his face splattered all
how's
over
it
the
sound?
city, I think
Next
that's
time you
worth
go
35
gambling, I'll
minutes.
back you up. Okay, how's that sound?
Okay, I'm leading the way in to
Yeah.
the council
Yeah,
office.
I'm trying to discussion with Gregory. Well, Vera just walks right past me, goes in the office.
Okay, you lead yourself in there, Varna. As Varna gets in, they see that there is a couple of other seedy-looking hunters here. One of them with his arm dripping, where his elbow used to be.
Nasty.
That's very handy. Is it dripping as in blood?
Yeah,
As in he's missing the rest of the arm.
Medical trauma detected.
Okay, can I get
You're missing your arm.
medical kit and see if I can... I'll ask him if he wants...
He looks at you and says, I don't need help. I'm
You
fine.
don't? You sure?
I'm
You don't need help. I've got some bad news for you, friend.
No, just look at Dr.
Okay, so I'll wander up to the counter and.
you hear the sound of someone pulling a blaster from behind you, and he says, "Wait your turn."
Oh.
Yeah, bro. Me, Zach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get in line.
No, it's more of. Yeah, that guy's is asking for trouble pulling out a blaster where a blaster is illegal.
He's still pulling out a blaster.
So, have you got a planetary protection license?
Why would I need one?
So the
Wow,
police don't
total
shoot
party of
you.
narcs.
So you don't work for the police force. So I would suggest getting rid of that blaster.
I'm bounty hunter. The police force will get out of my way, he says with Bravo.
Is there a Deadpool on this in the bounty hunting thing?
You hear a comment from behind the counter going, yes, but I'm afraid all entries under his name have been bought up already.
Bugger! I'll bet you did it.
When I communicate with my officer Fabio, does it look at like an SMS system or not?
Well, you can do video call or text messages
Yeah.
or any other form of communication you like to have,
Yeah,
except
do-
no sexting and no...
Very cool stuff with him in the background throwing around the gun. It's like, oh, look at this!
Yeah, well, look at this. Well, yeah, do that. Take a photo.
No, I'm not showing this. You come over and can you
Okay, I then.
I don't want to ruin that fabulous body, you know. Yeah. So now, look, sorry, I'm going to sit down in the chairs behind this guy. Just not trying to get in his road. Let him do his stuff. Wait till he's done his stuff, and then let him leave, and then we'll do our stuff. I think.
Okay.
I'm hoping that we do that.
So there was already someone in front of him at the counter talking to the people there.
Yeah.
And he after they leave, he drags a body up to the counter and says, I've got the target. They're dead. And he goes, but the bounty was for someone alive. He said, things happen.
I can guess what our next bounty is going to be.
Me too. Really?
He says, bounty was preferred alive, wasn't it? I said, yeah, it's preferred alive. Well, I'll take the lesser pay.
Yeah. Do it like, on his body. Do I recognise any sort of clan that he's on?
He has no clan markings on him. He's got a hodgepodge of armor that looks like he's taking from people he's killed.
In this,
Do we have
He's a
access to the
thug.
bounty hunter database?
He basically looks like a thug.
in this interaction, is his name said at all?
No. He's basically just put his
Chip.
tracking thing down for the bounty, and scooped up. What you see is a lot less than you guys have been paid.
Yeah, the Deadpool should have his name, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but the Deadpool's on the other side of the window. They don't show it.
Yeah.
So only full-membered bounty hunters can actually
Gotcha. Yep.
participate in that
Yep.
part.
Yep.
They're still trainees, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 to go or something?
Yeah, so,
And he then does the whole big note himself as he's walking out, going, "I'm sure I'll be a full-fledged bounty hunter in no time," he says as he walks out, dripping.
I'll wait for him to go. The door closed.
Actually, I'm going to go and take a DNA sample from all the stuff he's actually.
There's plenty to choose from.
Yeah, because I'll get my medkit out and.
I'm surprised the
take
cleaner pot hasn't fronted up.
I was going to say, did they clean
a
this
few
one?
bits of DNA.
Yeah, that they
store
charge
it.
it to his bounty.
Okay, cool. I'll wait for him to go
Okay.
over it.
Yep.
Better let who wants to go up? I'll sit back in the.
Probably.
And so at the door window opens, you see, "Oh, Kayana, you're here." So I see you've got your group up. Are you up for another run?
Yeah, we wanted to see what bounties are available for us.
Well, since we made a deal with your commandant, here's your tracking pop. He just throws it across the room to you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay.
Wait, so the captain just chose our next one?
It's going to be interesting.
Or
Can I? Any more information on what we're tracking?
Good luck.
These tracking fogs.
It has the information on it. It's basically it's like a
has data on it, so we can just plug it into something.
Yeah.
And
push a button and it comes up with a
Yeah.
display and shows
who's
you
got a
details.
data pad?
Yeah, we've got data
You can
pads,
actually
I
but,
go
it's,
towards the person with the data
but
pad.
it also has its own little thing. That,
Yeah.
Oh, does
You
it?
can display it
Oh,
without
well,
having
then why don't we just look at that?
Yeah. I guess
Yep.
I'll hand it to Vanya and say, I guess this is our target.
Okay, I decode it and.
So you put the you push the on button.
yeah, press play.
It's not encoded. It's basically being handed out to the group, and it says that there is a smuggler operating up in the hills, mountain ranges outside of the city,
Ooh.
Okay.
and for 300 credits, your job is to bring in the person in charge.
You said a smuggler operating or a group of smugglers?
Well, a smuggler could be a lot of smugglers.
Okay.
So
They
there's
just want the person in charge.
Did they say dead or alive? Or?
There are no death bounties for
No.
people who aren't full members.
Okay. Get a location out of the thingy.
Okay, so to the east of you is a mountain range that covers the continent. So it's imagine you've got mountains going from the north of Russia to the south of Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's somewhere in there.
That's a big range.
It is.
Now this fob will beat when we get closer and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it just gives
It's not keyed to
information.
a person. It's basically something that allows you to bring someone in.
Does it have any more information on the
It says that they come in on regular basis. They usually use snub-nosed fighters or light transports, but normally the fighters, because very few things can come in out of the starport radar, and the mountain range is one of the few areas that they can remain undetected. So there's quite a lot of starships crashed in those mountains.
Do we have any more description of what they are
when
look
you
like at all? Or?
Say they're coming regularly. They're coming regularly to where?
The mountain range.
Okay.
Because they don't have much more information on them, they've just asked you to capture whoever's in charge of a smuggling operation out there.
What do they say?
Right. So
They generally smuggle weapons and anything else considered illegal.
So it's a scout, evaluate, and grab.
So basically, they will get more information from the person you recover to allow them to then break into their operations.
Gotcha.
And you realize that you're being approved for this mission because of who you're working for.
It's a win-win.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to go outside or to one of the corners.
And you're being authorized to check out equipment from the Sector Rangers Academy for this.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
We should probably think about grabbing gear from there then.
So you're doing
Yeah.
this as a joint operation for both of them.
Perhaps we should do a little bit of research first. One, on the climate that we're going into in the mountains, so that we get the appropriate gear.
Find transport as well.
See whether or not we can find any news reports or official reports about smuggling things that have happened. Like, you know, there might be things reported missing or people reporting raids or that sort of thing.
While they're doing that, I'm texting Fabio.
Mm-hmm.
I just go, hey,
As you do, his picture comes up of him shirtless, leaning on his car, which is his equivalent of icon
Posing.
on his call ID.
I smile. I said, I go, hey, I'm not sure if this is your area of expertise, but we've been told to investigate some smugglers in the hills being vague, but do you know of many smuggling outfits around the place?
Slightly different.
Okay, so you can call back.
Yeah.
Smugglers in the hills? He says, I generally don't operate outside the city. My authority extends to the city limits.
Have you?
Are you asking about a date or something?
No, on a bounty hunting day.
Is this a let's go to the mountains and have some fun mission?
Yeah, we will be.
Bring you into a firefight is the best date ever.
No one's seen this but me. Okay, just put it out there. I know.
No, I've got my head resting on Piper's shoulder.
Staring in.
Yep.
And I go.
You don't seem to have any privacy right now as you're making this call.
And I'm sitting in. All of a sudden, I see two people over each shoulder going, "Wow, guys."
We're family.
Not a.
Come on, get
And
a
I-
plane.
It's
it
our
took
blood
me a while to
right to
reply, 'cause
interfere.
I wanted to write it properly. So, I giggle, hee hee. Not a date, but just.
And then while you're writing after that, it says, "Are you playing hard to get?"
Very much yes, very yes, so much yes.
And I'm about to write something. I'm gonna. Somebody's character might just say yes. You quickly type yes into my little Google.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Martin, how hard is it to hack into a phone?
Yeah, I was just waiting for Dr. Chuckles to...
I was waiting for it too.
It's not terribly difficult, especially considering you probably already have all the security clearances for his phone.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
Yeah.
I'll let
Another icon interjects into the conversation.
Yeah, David.
It's the droid head. It's the droid head. You can tell everyone's watching.
So you can see an extra person in the conversation.
You are not alone.
On the chaperone.
Great.
Hi, yeah, hi Fabio. This is my droid that works for me.
Representative of Piper's mother and father.
He's very
On the
protective.
chaperone.
I'm just sort of warning you now. He's very protective.
And then he goes, "A good thing he wasn't in the last state then." Was put into the conversation.
I'm,
Piper, we need to talk.
I'll get back to you, Officer Fabio. I say, and I said I close conversation. I'm going, oh, that didn't go well. There we go. Okay.
Open it. Yeah.
I'll just say, my source is not very helpful at the moment, unfortunately. Varna, do you have any ideas?
Well, I was going to see if we could actually ask for some transport out to the sector ranges area so we can get on this mission sooner rather than later.
Well, it sounds like some of us wanted to investigate information. So if some of us could get the transport sorted, some of us could investigate information, and the rest of us could make sure there's nothing we need from our barracks here. Well, whatever it is.
Well, you still got the encryption going.
Oh yeah, we need to finish that too.
Yeah, but you need to be, was it somebody pressing a button every hour?
About every couple of hours, it comes up at random points.
Yeah, but we're not there until like every week, so yeah.
I expect the mate comes in and there's like a note saying, please press continue on this thing.
Up to 30% from the last week. So I say I've come in maybe once or twice to press the button.
So we'll put it at 33%.
That's the thing though, it stopped because the person who comes in can't find the any button.
Please push
Press the
any
continue button.
button. I push cancel. That's a button, isn't it?
I put direct information on it.
Varna specified a particular button.
Or it's just easy.
Just so you know.
When Zephyr goes, any button, I can't find the any button. Russell's any button.
Well, I was going to ask my...
Escape!
I say the pay. I was going to ask my officer friend for a lift out the farm, but I believe I should give it a break since somebody's been overlooking my conversations with a certain person at the moment.
You'll do no such thing.
He's a nice guy.
See? Definitely
So
nanny
am
bot.
I. And yet, how many of your friends have I
Yeah, exactly.
made to sleep? I'm trying to make this PG. Leave me alone.
PG filter not working.
Had a sleepover with.
No, I think made sure they weren't my friends.
Pajama
anymore.
party?
Pillow fight.
Pillow fight. There you go.
Pillow fight using a droid pillow.
Yeah, let's just call it a pillow fight from now on.
Yes, I didn't see a lot of my friends I met back in my younger teenage days.
Because then me and Cadkid can put our head on Piper's shoulder each side and go, pillow fight!
I really just want to go back to the barracks now. I think I'm a bit embarrassed enough today. So
you start walking?
No, I'll wait for we get a car, but I'm just sitting there.
How far away from we live from the junkyard area and that?
From the junkyard area, you are probably about maybe 5 or 6 hours from the junkyard area. It's a big city. It's the capital of the planet.
Do we have access to any kind of vehicles?
It's called public transport.
There's public transport around, but the
Sector Rangers
Sector
are taking
Academy
this,
does
borrowing
have.
this vehicle. You can collect it from here.
So the Sector Academy does have things in the academy itself, but they don't have outlets elsewhere because mainly they don't want anyone else touching their stuff.
But can we sign out some vehicles for us to drive in or riding to the mountains with?
I thought we had one vehicle.
Oh, we've already got one vehicle?
Or in the... I'm not sure. From what I remember, there was one vehicle that gets assigned to us that we check out from the Sector Rangers.
Yep.
Do I have that right?
So we've got
you
that...
can get a vehicle to that way, yes, because that was his personal vehicle.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't bring a vehicle with us?
No.
You would hide one for a short time and returned it before you got...
Yeah, because we don't have enough.
Well, I guess some of us want to make our way towards getting the transport sorted then. As Cadkir suggested. And some of us will do research and figure out what gear we need, and maybe the rest can help us put together that gear.
So once you're outside the city limits, you can use heavier weapons and armor.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically, while it's illegal to use it on the planet, once you're outside the city limits, the police are no longer enforcing it.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of, I suppose, local knowledge we would know of the mountains, or can we do that at the barracks? Do we have to be in the city at all?
Well, you have to be using some sort of data point. So go to an information booth and publicly look, or go to the barracks and cancel your program and use the or go to the Sector Ranger Academy and use their systems.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so we're doing
Sector
research
Ranger.
already, so we would be researching that stuff too.
Yeah.
Probably public data points, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, since we've got to get gear from the academy, why
Might
don't
as well
we
just head back out there?
go there, use their data stuff for free,
Yep.
and probably got more reach, more access than the normal ones do, and then we can also do the gear and the transport at the same time.
Sounds
That
good.
makes most sense to me.
Yeah, I'm going to go attack it from a different path.
Yep.
I'm going to go for, some scavengers. The ship's been crashing over there. Scavengers. Let's see. We've got.
But
You
there
got.
might be some good gear to scavenge.
No. I know a whole heap of scavengers. I'm just trying. I can ask them. Okay, the ships, the mountain areas. There's been ship crashes and that. Any areas up there that has been causing you problems?
Well, most from what you remember from when you've been talking to them,
Yep.
most of the mountain ranges do cause problems because they've got a lot of sensor jamming through the mountains.
Oh no, more of with them scavenging, getting the problems being like getting shot back.
Scavengers don't head up there very often. They have groups that work out of there,
Okay.
but very few head up there.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'll go and ask them, saying if they've actually, any of their parties and that have encountered any.
So I'll give you a streetwise roll to find some with only 2 difficulty because you've actually been speaking to some in the past.
Yep. Okay.
Streetwise.
That's one yellow, one
What's a
green.
hand on Streetwise?
I could help better.
Well, if there's someone who's a little bit, was it cunning, isn't it?
I've got.
Cunning.
I've only got 2 cunning.
I've got 2 in Streetwise, by the way.
Okay, I have 1 rank in Streetwise.
Oh, I've got 1 rank in Streetwise.
I've got 4 cunning.
So you drag
So Cadgear?
Cadgear
Yeah, Cad gear as well, because we might end up being
near a casino.
near a casino, which he needs bodyguarding against.
So you get to add in 2 more green. Because you're helping.
Yep.
Plus, he's been let down because he spent 35 credits on getting Piper's photos splashed all over the.
And how much money do you spend to find people?
I'll spend 30.
Okay, I'll give you a blue. Because spending no money got you a black.
Nah. Okay, so I need to change that.
That's actually not bad. So that cancels that. So we have
They're
3.
not cancelling, they're the same thing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, those are.
I thought you were cancelling the blue with the yellow. Sorry.
No. Those are 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, you're quite successful in finding a bunch of smugglers who operate out of the mountain range. Okay, so what do they tell you about the mountain range? Okay. They have a deal with smugglers up in the mountains who, when they crash their ships, they basically get salvage rights over the ships.
Okay.
And most of the time they come in with headhunters, which is basically a 1 to 2 person fighter that rarely has hyperdrives. And as such, they've been able to keep under the radar fairly often and bring in small batches of illegal items over the years. And we're getting a lot of feedback at the moment from someone online.
Could it be me?
Possibly. Making very robot-like noises.
I just gotta see who it seems to be coming from. Yeah. Okay, so we are able to put you in touch with one of the smuggling groups out there if you wish, for a small fee.
How much would this small fee be?
Oh.
Well, it is, on the wrong side of the law, and I'm doing a public service and I'm helping you out here. So,
Can I pull them aside for a second?
Yeah.
Number 1 rule when dealing with these people, you set the price first. Don't ask them for a price. You should know this.
Yeah. And Joe in the back said, yeah, I'd agree with your other friend over there, but I do like you giving me the option to go first.
Carry on.
Set the
So
price.
how much would you like to pay for this service? And by that, I will determine which of my friends to put you in touch with. I have dirt cheap, will annoy the crap out of you, 2 will be overly helpful, and
We've already
4
got one of those. Although overly helpful would be nice. Just so that I can get an idea in general, $100 is a fair bit of
a
money
lot of money.
in here. So is that the same as 100 credits
Yeah.
there? So it's directly relatable. So you don't want to slip him a $5 note. You want to give him a 50. Okay.
Could I just already given away 100 to
Oh, I can
clan?
contribute a bit.
No, because you're not there.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, the 2 of you are there.
No,
I think you
I-
took money bags with you.
No, I'm not going to touch
you got money bags.
Was,
No,
was money back.
No, he's not moneybags. He's the clan banker.
Yeah. Money bags give them money to the
Yeah,
clan.
if he's going to be spending, it's going to be at the casino because he's going to win it back. 50 credits.
Okay, so
How about we do 25 each, so it ends up being 50.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
in that case, I'll put you into one of the guys. He shouldn't annoy you too much, but you'll probably have to convince him to help you.
I stand behind him.
Wait, it was only those 2.
Damn, okay.
You're off doing other stuff.
Yeah, you were doing data.
You're bloody texting your Fabio.
No, technically she's
So
doing
he
data.
gives you the coordinates where to meet them, and says he'll put in a good word for you. Which means you should actually get to see them before they shoot you.
Can I give them another 5 credits? Say, please make sure it is a good word.
He looks you up and down, takes a photo, says, "Okay."
Okay.
No, I'm not letting anyone get photos today. This okay? At least my photos are better than your photos.
And he heads off. He doesn't want to spend too much time with those who are training to be sector rangers.
Yep, that's fair.
Very cool.
You were on the news.
Yeah, just as well we didn't have poster child front up.
Okay, can I call ahead to the Sector Ranger camp to see if we can organise a flyer?
You can.
Headhunters, great. Poor man's X-Wings.
So you call up asking for what specifically?
A
Should
transport
we
that has...
discuss this first, Varna, so that we agree what kind of transport we might need? Because we're doing
Nearly
research on
pirates.
climate and terrain, so I think that would be important in figuring out the kind of vehicle we want.
Something along the lines of an LLAT.
I tapped Van. I said, you know, my planes and all that's my skill. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I
So
said,
that's what we
but
want then.
I agree with our. We need to do a bit of research, but I know what we need to get. I don't have to tell them what we get yet, so we'll just do it after we do our research.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, but I'll back you up, Van. I got you. I'll give you a wink. So,
Wink, a nod, nudge.
just a wink.
Say no more.
Hey, I've had enough nudges today.
That's not win.
Killing fight.
No more.
Hey, that's not now. Just say now.
Okay. So what is it? You've gotten someone who's gotten some information. What were you going to do your research? Back
At
base?
the academy,
Okay.
yeah.
So how are you going to get back to the academy? You can call up the academy.
Yes.
You can ask
Yes,
them to pick you up.
Okay,
Yes.
does that
Can we
take
get-
that be quicker?
That's
than
exactly what I was going to do.
That'd
Request
be
the transport
good
to come and pick us up,
Oh,
take us
sorry.
there, and then we can sort that out.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you were actually asking for a flyer, which is equivalent of saying I want something that can go out into space to travel less than half a city to come and get me and take me back.
Okay.
So it's sort of like saying I want to get on the space shuttle to go across town.
That's why I was
Yeah, wasn't that?
Yeah.
No, it's a flying brick.
No, I tapped Van. I said, "You want this?" Like,
Yeah,
just really
you
here.
can hold these on to do that.
I tell her, "This is what you need. You just need transport back to the base." So,
Yeah, they need transport to get us back to the base. Something.
Okay, they will pick you up outside of the guild office
okay.
as they arrange where they drop you off.
Okay. With how about Varna and the rest of the people in this go? Just ask the guy how long they're going to be before we're ready to go back to
Yeah, what's
Okay.
your ETA, guys?
talking to our G2.
Well, they'll probably be
Piper
at least
and,
an hour or two.
Coloured.
probably.
Streetwise is not a quick job.
Okay. Well, if they're out,
And then we're getting sidetracked due to getting
Gambling.
back the funds if he's up to it.
So I think I'll be a couple of hours.
Don't have time today,
Okay.
annoyingly.
I'll look at the rest of the crew. So if for a couple of hours, I might be able to sit down and just have a break just near the guild office while they come back, maybe.
Besides, I already indulged today. I got to put Piper on a stage while I got 10 credits for it.
And I really need a drink today, guys. I'm just saying. I've had a bad day.
Well, there's a bar just across the road.
That's what I was thinking.
And there's a trail leading into it.
Hey, what?
A blood trail.
Oh, I don't know if I want to go to that bar.
That sounds like a bar we'd want to avoid at the moment.
Yeah, I'll look for a bar which looks a bit less bloody. Yeah. But I just thought, while we're waiting, I've had a bad day, guys. You know, I said, my robot droid is doing this and then this and this, and then I've got pictures with the Imperials, and you know, yeah.
And they have
I
this,
don't
nice
see if
little
I still have,
family
Piper.
eatery nearby.
I pay
Do I
for,
still have
Piper's dinner.
Piper's hit flask on me? If I do,
And
then
I'd
I'll just
buy her a
give
drink.
it a shake.
So
Yep.
you see Varna shake your little hip flask in front of you and walk away.
I follow Varna. She knows me too well.
So yes, you managed to get Piper into the place that doesn't sell alcohol.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to buy her some food because she had a bad day.
You have this really nice, food without alcohol.
Try and cheer her up.
It's alright.
Doesn't really taste. You can't really taste
It
it.
doesn't taste the same. It's like, no.
I make bad jokes.
Then I say, officer, Fabio, he took me to this nice restaurant, nice food, nice alcohol too, and I go on about the whole date story while we're having some down.
And so half the conversation's about alcohol.
I spend 90% of the time trying not to roll my eyes towards the ceiling, and the rest of the time reminding myself that she's family, and knocking her out is not an option.
And halfway through the meal, there's a news update which has the opening of the Imperial Recruitment Center with Piper front and center, giving her spiel. Trying to look at the camera and you always see a picture of her looking away from the camera. It's always a silent profile.
It's always your bad
Yeah,
side.
and then
That wasn't my bad side.
and then you'll be
I just
wanted.
look and go, yeah,
Piper doesn't have a bad side.
I don't have bad sides. It's okay. I'm very modest. Yeah.
And it ends
Not a
with
sucker,
Piper
really.
kissing a droid.
What?
You kissed a droid?
Yes, you put your mouth over his speaker bit on your B1 droid after the performance. Inside of the camera.
Wait,
Did she?
whoa, whoa!
No,
I
I just
don't
put my
like
hand
it.
over. I didn't kiss her.
Stop!
I thought you said mouth.
No, it was just hand. It was just hand. It wasn't mouth.
Somebody's done some
I'm definitely
editing.
not kissing David's character. No.
Someone's done some editing.
No, definitely not kissing David's character.
Guys, no, stop! This is PG!
That was why I was really surprised he said he'd done that. Huh?
No. I just hand out. I just want to shut up the droid. So, yeah, sorry. I should be a bit more.
Hand over mouth.
Hand over where the droid's mouth is, and that's it. Yes. I know where you're going with this, Martin. I'm not going to go there. It's PG. So.
Well, it happened in
Okay,
Solo.
in which case there's a picture of you and the flight officer.
Oh no, I'm not going to let this down, am I? I sigh and have another bite of food.
And then later on there's a picture of you and Fabio and you slapping his butt.
I give you a pat on the shoulder and
You've been
comforting
stalked.
rub.
Look at it go.
From the angle of the admirers.
Ah.
There were many cameras out that time.
But he's got a really nice butt, so nobody minds.
It's a pretty firm butt, by the way. I have to say.
And everyone hears the oh my from different angles.
Just have that on loop. Oh my.
I go a bit red and people go, oh no.
That's a three-dimensional oh my right there.
This is one of those days. I hope it was tomorrow's.
And puts Piper up as Fabio's new squeeze. Right after that.
But isn't Piper the one doing the
That's
squeezing?
what I mean.
I didn't slap it. I didn't squeeze
It was his new squeeze.
Oh, okay.
I didn't squeeze. I just slapped. I thought. Oh.
We could take you out of context.
That's just the tabloid line, just
Well,
to get
yeah.
attention.
Well, the padlock does say Fabio's new squeeze. Oh my.
It's got your name on it.
Hey, it's a slow news day.
Yeah.
Must be a slow news days. Must be.
I'm just imagining him turning towards the camera and like covering his mouth with like a ooh.
It does show that in at least one of the shots.
Oh no! It's not gonna, I'm more worried about what Dr. Chuckles is going to do now when he sees that.
That's a little bit scary.
Well, Dr. Chuckles doesn't know which way to go with this one because, like, yes, it's terrible that, you know, you're doing such heinous, flirty acts and disgracing your family, but also you're disgracing Mandalorians in general, you friggin' shill.
Hey,
I'm just imagining if you like zoom into the background of that picture with the Fabio, you've got the captain grimacing in the background going.
Okay, I'm back.
It's not mentioning the alcohol.
And this is what you see while you're having your meal without alcohol.
This is on the table. Like, is it?
It's this big display screen behind everyone.
I try to hide.
I think I'm
myself
going to
as
get a
much as
message soon.
possible. I try to hide myself as much as possible. Going, oh no, not today. No. Oh yeah. Hopefully these guys don't take too much longer. I need to go back to the barracks and get away from all the city crap. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's all. And I try to nibble my food a bit and try to
So
take.
while you guys are walking back to where the elders are, you keep walking by posters of Piper being put up saying the Empire wants you.
Yep. It's now my background image of my data pad, so that's fine.
Do
you think
you,
if we-
Piper? Do you really want us?
Do you think if we get one and get him to sign, it'd be worth anything?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I think we should, and then sell them.
It's always worth more after they die.
I'm here.
I
baby
reckon
guys.
we should print like several of them
I'm
and
here,
just.
guys. You don't have to say it behind my back.
How hard would it be to like print that image?
Not that hard.
Oh, you know who would
And
love
just-
You
that?
scan it and then you got
The
it.
captain.
The
So-
captain. Get him to sign it.
Just
and send it to the captain.
to test the waters, I'd do a dozen and get you to sign them, and then just go and see if I can sell them on the street.
Then you can sign it on the bottom saying
This
job
guy.
done or something.
Really weird.
Really weird.
I'm hearing
And
myself.
I'm hearing myself again. Hello.
You feel like I went.
Echo.
Echo, echo.
So we got a chair for you there, so you can pull in.
Is there a bear as well?
No, there's a cat over there.
Unless you want to rename Piper as Bear as well.
That's
not,
fine.
That's next session.
People to play and stories to tell.
All the stories.
This is Piper. There'll be lots of stories.
Yeah.
Oh, it's super weird hearing this in person now.
So,
Oh, trust me, it's weird me doing it myself, by the way, just let you know.
so as you two rock up, one of the wheeled vehicles from the compound shows up
Cool.
with the sector ranger symbol on the side.
I just walk straight, I get straight to the back and just
No, don't do
right in the
that.
back.
I follow her.
Because I just want to get out of here right now.
So I've got something that you need to sign.
On the way back, I'll sign it. I sign
You
it.
got to read it first. Don't
No.
forget to read it first.
No, it's
What-
all right.
What do you want me to write?
I just signed this poster.
What do you want me to write the poster to?
Captain.
To Captain with love.
I think about it for a second and go, fuck it. And I go, hey, what worse can happen to me right now? So yeah,
Well, I am here.
I know. To Captain,
Doing my job.
do my job. What do you think of the poster?
You proud of me?
You proud of me?
So
Regards,
just like a
Piper.
novel on the back.
Yeah. Regards, Piper.
P.S.
Is that my good side?
Did I have to
Well,
try and
that
sell my
sounds
10
quite
flies with
process.
Piper's
You know,
signature on
if
it?
it's unnamed.
You only got them signed in the restaurant.
Okay, so are we waiting for anyone?
Well, they all showed up. As
Okay, so I just get on and I'll try and do that later.
Yeah. So
I carefully put them away.
I nicely wrap it nice back and hand it back. Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear about it later. I see the funny side of mine, I thought, that's the humour of our group. I thought, yeah, I'm going with it. Yeah.
I'm sure the Tigers will have this nice new poster paint pushed all over them.
Yep.
Wonder what would happen if we sent one of those home.
He's already signed one for the captain.
Yeah. What worse can happen? I think, nah. I'm certainly, hey, what happened next? Don't kill me. It's like,
B337 makes sure that this poster is spread far and wide.
Guys, if we're sector rangers, wouldn't it be wise not to do that?
It would be wise, yeah.
Bit late now, though.
That'd be really wise. That'd be an incredibly good idea.
I don't think wise is what David is going for here.
I know it's incredibly wise for B1337 because if you meet Zack's die, that's fine. As long as he can give Piper grief, even in death.
yeah, I can see that happening. True, great.
Cool.
Which
Nice to see
which
you
picture?
in
Was the
person.
picture just of me as Imperial, or was the picture of me going whack?
No, it's the picture of you
Probably
next to
not
the.
Yeah, same.
You were standing next to the flight officer at the time.
Yeah.
So you look a bit sweaty and like you've been running,
That's you doing the Empire wants you.
and you're doing the Empire Wants You sort of points.
Yeah. Like,
Oh yeah, as homework, Piper, this is what you got to
It
do.
looks very
is
flirtatious
roll
sort of look.
your character with the Empire wants you.
okay. Yeah. Fair. And I know exactly what he was
Wow, you're a disgrace to your family.
saying. Not the first time I heard that today, have I? No.
Surprisingly,
It's not
no.
the first time I've said it either.
No.
On the plus side, he has his freedom while his family doesn't.
Wow. Rude.
Way to rub it in there.
When we get to the academy,
Doesn't take you long. You get there.
I flash the fire at some new young troopers and ask them if they're interested in buying an autographed Empire Wants You
I can't believe you do. You're the one who caused all this. I can't believe you're starting this right now.
That's
I need to make some money for the family.
Sure, 5 credits.
Yeah, while everybody else-
I give them 1 for 5 credits, and like they now just got rarer. So it'll be 7 credits if anyone wants the next one. Anyone give me 7 credits?
Someone gives you 7 credits.
Ooh, nice. They just
No,
got
it's
rarer,
10 credits.
so they're now 10 credits. And there's only 7 of these babies left.
Someone gives you 10 credits.
Now they're so much rarer, they're worth 11 credits.
Well, you're going to stick them on space base.
No one's picking you up at this point.
Oh, okay. I go back to 10 credits. Do I sell any more?
You sell another one for 10 credits.
Okay, so I sold 1 for 5, 1 for 7, and 2 for 10.
Mm-hmm.
It'll all go to family.
Yeah, so I like that somebody's actually making money for the family, whereas the rest of you are just throwing money away hand over fist. Like,
Hey, how about we sell the droid?
Hey.
I'm just hungry or something.
you don't have enough money.
32.
Well, does this mean we have to give change when we sell the droid?
Actually, I know a group of people that will quite happily take him off our hands.
Probably would,
What's
but
it
then
do?
you get yourself into trouble.
Yeah, I don't need to be in any more trouble. I look at you and go, I've had enough trouble today.
Right.
No,
okay.
but the thing is, we're probably going to end up going against pirates.
Yeah, we need the droid.
And you
Yeah.
get access to the
They've
Sector
got
Rangers training systems, so you can do some research there.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Piper and Dr. Chuckles to see if we can find a proper flyer for us to actually take us out there.
I use my planetary skills. That's about that. But I'll let the
Why
rest.
me?
Well, because you'd like coming.
Why not?
Because you're the mechanic of the group.
Yeah, you're the mechanic. I come. Yeah.
Flesh mechanic.
Yeah, we didn't.
But you're also the technical mechanic.
You are the technical dude, by the way.
You're B1337, aren't you? Yep.
Elite.
Be late.
Or
I'll
be the elite.
look around. I will look around the whole place and just look for what can we find as vehicles that might be appropriate for the mountain range we're going to go to. So.
Okay.
I can steal that
Not
one.
having researched the area, anything could be appropriate.
We could steal this one.
Whereas the others were going off to research the area, so I'll go over to those ones who are doing the research of the area, which may actually help you choose
I'll
what
just
you're
go.
doing.
I'm going. I wonder what the area's like.
I've got my comms on. Do you have your comms on?
Yeah, I go. Hey, what? Do you know what the mountains are like? Because I need to know what vehicle we have to get.
Am I able to give a description that would give them enough idea of the kind of
At
vehicles they
this
want?
stage, you need to make a
Like a roll?
intellect check.
Okay. What do I
versus,
use for that?
That would be 2
Yeah,
dice.
intellect.
Yes, but you
Intelligent.
didn't go with them, so it's intelligence, which is 2 dice
Yep.
for your attribute,
Does-
and computers if you had it.
Is there anyone researching with me that has computers?
No, that person's also off looking
Hi.
at vehicles.
Okay. Is there anyone researching with me who has anything that would contribute?
Nope.
At this stage,
Nope.
no.
I don't have
Okay.
anything.
So the person who would have helped everyone with the research went off to look at vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
We'll
gets
have
2
to
yellow versus...
do it on my
sorry,
own.
2 green versus 2 purple.
Why did
Well,
they
actually,
leave?
4 purple.
Because they were interested in vehicles.
But we hadn't had the research yet.
They
didn't.
Why did they not stay until we finished the research?
It's Piper,
Good point. Good point.
like kicking tires. Was it 4? I thought it was.
Oof.
Yeah, that's why they should have stayed until we finished the research.
That's 2 threat, 2 failure.
Okay, so the threat is you didn't find anything of value and the failure in there, so all you know is mountain ranges.
Is anyone doing research as well?
And that seems to have been as much as the your level of access has to the information banks.
Okay.
Can I go to anyone for help?
You could go to the guy in charge, but he did get you guys assigned to this task.
Yeah, no, but I mean, in this academy, is there anyone who I could go to that might know the local area?
It would be.
No, they don't. They
If the
normally
planet
do
doesn't
the.
exist on the record.
Is there like a meals hall?
There is a mess hall, yes.
Okay, so I go down to the mess hall if that's okay. Does anyone want to come with me?
I'll come with.
Okay, I hold up one of my autographed, now very rare, flyers of Piper or
You see one of the same ones already up on the mess hall.
and I say,
Framed.
I will give this free to someone who knows the mountain ranges really well, is prepared to tell me about them with a lot of detail.
Well, you hear a pipe up from across the room. Oh, no one flies there. It's too dangerous to fly.
Well, I just want you to tell me about the mountain ranges, not to tell me that we shouldn't fly there.
Well, that's all I know about it. Is it's too dangerous to
Well,
fly there.
I get that, but we could go in like on another vehicle.
That's up
If
to
it's
you.
too dangerous to fly, is it safe to ride a bike?
Don't know.
Speeder.
Never taken a bike there.
Is there not anyone in this whole hall that knows anything about the ranges?
Well, there's no takeaway shops up there. No. He starts listing all the places he goes and visits.
Surely some of these guys have done some hiking or exploring or
Yeah, but
patrols or something.
Most of the people here are recruits.
Okay, alright.
And and they were recruited from various planets around the region. So you'll
do they know of anyone who might know?
They say maybe the guy in charge.
Oh, fuck.
Language!
You are
I don't
the.
think that's his name.
You're now censored.
That was me as a player,
They
expressing
said-
frustration.
They said we thought you were the locals hired on to train.
We only got here like 4 weeks ago.
Well, we only got here last week.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Um,
Do you know if there's anyone here that's been here like a native?
Commando?
It,
The droids maybe, but the droids don't really, give much information.
What if we were to ask them for more information?
They normally come back with access restricted.
you hear a ding ding on your comms thing.
Yep.
How you going?
Not well.
Do you want Varna and I to come back and give you a hand?
I would, actually.
Okay, Varna, we need to help them.
Yeah.
Because we've hit the dirt hard.
They don't know much about these mountains and might have to talk to Commander or something like that.
Well, if it's the mountains, wouldn't it be climbing gear, cold weather gear?
Yeah.
Well, we can't make that assumption. That's why we need to do some research and figure out what kind of mountains there are.
Yeah, I think, and I go, hey, do you want to meet us at the captain's office?
Sure,
Okay, let's get everyone there and see if we can ask some questions.
sure.
Does this also have access to the spaceport for any ships
The
and
Rangers
things like
do
that?
have their own landing pad.
Oh, no, it's not that. I was just trying to get some information on headhunters.
I'll give you a intelligence intellect check against 2 purple.
So, it would be 2 green.
See if you can remember something that happened.
Let's try it.
I'm feeling really good.
3 advantage.
There is something really useful that happened recently here, but you can't quite pin it down.
What, the fact that the crazy old guy shot down a headhunter?
That may be it, you're not sure. But there's something really useful that happened recently because you didn't get a success. I can't give you a actual.
Yeah.
I can't make another try at it now that they're here, can I?
Well, you exhausted everything you could look at.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I was just checking. Is there anything anyone else can do?
We were at the commander's office, are we?
Yeah, you're met up outside the commander's office.
Has anyone knocked? Or?
Yep. Look, maybe part of the test is knowing when to ask for help.
I'm willing to take the chance.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Hi, is anyone inside?
Door opens. You see he's sitting behind his desk, currently eating as he looks up.
Hey,
Sorry to interrupt your
Sorry.
lunch. Is it alright if we come in, or would you like us to come back?
I'm sure it doesn't need all of you.
I point at Varna and somebody else and say, these two, they might have some questions about our next job that we might need some local information on. I don't know what go out. So I'll leave you with Varna.
Varna, yeah.
I go off the paper.
So he looks at you and says, so considering you're sent off your official commanding officer for the mission, That's interesting.
I didn't.
Von
She has confidence in my capacity to be able to do
Von
this
is
task.
co-captain.
And she
Yes,
did
but
leave
under
the
bounty
co-captain
hunters, there
here.
was only one leader.
Yeah,
And
well,
that's you.
so I respond, well, she has confidence in me and my ability to get the information that she wants.
If she has so
from
much
me.
confidence in you, why did she put her second in command instead of you?
Well, because, you know, we are still training, so, you know, it's good to be able to get someone who can get a measure of my strengths and weaknesses and use that to make more informed choices about the training that I need.
So why aren't you in charge, she says?
I'm not as experienced as the others.
Neither are they.
You know, she's a very good
Well-
leader, and I'm happy with her being the leader.
Then he looks at Vana and he says, so are you happy with the other person being the leader, considering you were destined to be leader of your clan at some point?
At some point. Doesn't have to be now.
I'm sure it rubs that you have to take the orders of someone who has no potential to lead the clan unless there's a lot of deaths.
Somebody who is well below your station as well.
I don't know whether or not Vana has got enough.
It looks at you and says, I'm sure Vana can answer for herself.
Oh, no, I wasn't
unless you're
saying
her
that out loud.
spokesman as well.
I was just saying
it would
that.
be nice to get a word in edgeways.
How would Vana like to respond to the commander's query?
Query. Well, at the moment I'm wanting to get this job done, but not able to actually get a word in edgeways, which would be really nice,
Says,
Lieutenant.
he says, that's commander, not lieutenant.
Wasn't.
Oh, fuck.
I was talking to
Says,
Commander,
not
sorry.
right now, please.
I didn't say that. Wouldn't have said that in front of the commander.
There
Take
was
me
a
out of
giggle from
context.
outside from Piper, by the way, so...
How do we get a word in edgeways? Yeah, so what we're after is access to some topographical data on said location.
Says, well, one of the problems with the region is they're jamming any sensors, so you cannot actually get any topographical data over there. And any data that we did have has been deleted over the last 100-odd years.
Okay, so basically we've gone in and sent in a worm saying, well, informing it to eat all that information. Okay.
It's a data dead zone for most of our information.
And there's no people who historically might know anything about the Torah?
There are a few people, yes, but getting them to actually go with you
Sure.
would be impossible.
Well, not necessarily to go with us, but maybe to just give us some information.
B1337 spends a few moments listening to these disgusting meat sacks talk and realizes just how pointless it is, and he accesses a terminal and begins to search for as much data on the area as possible.
Okay, so you get to do a computer check.
I'll just go, what are you doing
Versus
there?
4 purple. So that would be 2 yellow, 3 green, and 4 purple. Though it would be 5 purple because they've already checked. Every time you check, it increases the difficulty for the same task.
Yeah, I've even had a 6.
Oops. Was that one?
So this is what it looks like when those dice roll.
Yeah. It's simple. It's pattern matching.
So you've got 1 success, 3 threat.
Okay, so you find restricted data and an alarm goes off.
I turn around and go, what are you doing? Do I get a response? I should.
The captain, the commander gets up from his desk and says, "I'll be back in a moment," and walks out and finds the droid at the says, "So your Piper's droid, I see."
Yes!
And,
Piper is
and, yes,
responsible
and
for
your
me.
Piper.
I just thought.
Spokesman for the Empire, he says.
Okay. Yes.
Don't forget disgusting shell.
This one's had a malfunction a long time ago. And I say, oh, okay.
Was that before or after he joined your family?
I don't know anymore. And I just sigh today because I've had a long day. It's like, look,
I brought this disgusting meat sack into the world.
he was at my birth.
Aren't you proud?
No.
Yes, we're just trying to find some information on the mountains and the terminal. Does it look like it's triggered something on your computer
Is
system?
he acting to my personal files?
You did what?
You wanted to know about the area.
But you didn't have to look up the personal files of the commander.
You didn't specify. I'm just a droid.
Yes, we did actually specify.
Please delete that information now.
Please, can you do that? I don't want to get in more trouble today. I have a look of please of my face. And I look at you and go, come, don't make my day any worse kind of look. I know this is killing you. I know it is.
I'm not sure. He's fighting harder with the
he's
restraint.
He's gonna lie.
You know it.
Yeah.
Information deleted from primary core.
And he says, and the other cause?
There's no cause for that.
Oh, not even the
Don't have one of those.
He asked about your other cause.
I don't have access to those cores.
Would you like me to get access to them and check?
No.
You said to Michael, would you like me to have access to them and check?
No.
Would you like him? Would you like a new personality in your droid?
And I sit there for about 5
It'd
seconds.
have to get along with the others.
the others, there's multiple. Oh my god.
He hasn't been memory wiped for 20
Ever.
odd years.
Yeah,
As far as you can remember.
Yeah. So basically, after the Clone Wars.
The last thing I remember was some stupid Gungans.
Actually, that's before the Clone Wars.
I'm. The personality's fine. It's a bit a bit rash sometimes, but
Rash, more like abrasive.
Yes, but he has a little less trustworthiness than you do at the moment.
no, really. Is that possible after my day today?
I have
Yes.
saved Piper's life and Piper's family's lives more than once. And I appreciate that you do not want me to know things, but it's my job to find things.
He has been a fixer for the family for a while. I do say that.
He just sighs and says, well, he'll know if you've used the information.
I just want to know what the thing is so we can get the right car.
Yeah, just trying to find more information about the mountains there. So,
Meat sacks are dumb.
We're gonna have to take best guess if we can't find
He
the
comes back
information.
into the office then, and well, he left you to
Yep.
go out there and have that discussion. Comes back and sits down and says, "So, looks like your droid might be a problem."
Yes, we've made Piper aware of that. Piper's
Just
droid.
one problem?
They said it might be a problem. He didn't say what exactly the problem is.
The fact that he said a problem is really actually a good sign.
We are monitoring the situation.
While you're outside, I said, "Where'd you bloody put that bloody button? I want to know where that button is. Tell me where you put that button."
It's inside me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the safest place that he could put it.
It's near the leaking nuclear core.
Is that in your radiated area?
It's not irradiated for me.
Okay, just try not to cause.
Master, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
And this is a new thing for me. It doesn't work.
So when I was young and you said it worked,
Ha!
you were telling me a lie.
You didn't even have it.
So that thing you gave me didn't actually work.
No.
So you've taken me a whole 10 years to tell me that.
14.
Shit.
I don't do that.
I know, but
Not here.
Okay, that wasn't.
Okay, I'm getting my data pad out and I'm just like typing a experimental list of items we'll need, something like ascension guns,
Okay, so
cold weather gear.
the commander.
I think we should thank him and leave before you start doing that, because
Yeah.
it'd be a bit rude to do that in front of him while he's eating his lunch.
Well, we're actually outside.
No,
No, those two.
No,
Oh,
Varna
I'm
was
inside.
getting
We're
out
in
her
his
data
office.
pad.
So it says, and did you need anything else from me?
No, thank you. We just thought it wouldn't do any harm to just see if there was another source of data. All right.
Also, what we can
thank you,
also
Molly.
do
Well,
is
no.
see if we could drop a probe there and get some information on the area as we are going in.
He
In that
doesn't.
way, it's mapped.
They do not have any probes capable of accessing the area
PG, wrap up, PG.
because they have active jamming in the mountains.
Yeah, what I meant was drop it on the way in and then pick it up on the way back out.
You hear some exceptionally loud malfunctioning noises coming from the droid.
It says
And then we're going to
if
need to take that one to maintenance.
if you drop it far away so it's outside the jamming, it won't pick up anything useful. If you drop it in the jamming range, you're probably going to crash.
Look,
Pretty much dubstep at this
we
point.
probably shouldn't put resources towards that because it's only going to tell us what we'll know when we get there anyway. So we might as well just make best guess.
We could probably be able to use ship sensors when we go in,
Can we
visual
go?
recordings, etc., etc.
He says, have you not heard of jamming? Did you miss that class?
We can't use the drones because of the jamming.
So I can't use planes.
You can't use anything.
It is visual only.
Yeah, we have to get in there.
If you cannot see it with your own eyes, you will not see it. So cyber
Yeah,
eyes even
okay,
have trouble
no problem.
visualizing it.
No problem. And we'll try to find this. Okay, no problem. Fine. Thank you for your time, sir.
I suggest to the other guys, maybe what we should do is we've got an approximate location, hopefully on the way from these smugglers. Get a vehicle that'll get us out there and go in on foot, or do they have like animals you can ride?
They do have animals, but they don't have any of the sector rangers.
Okay.
Sector rangers has some wheeled vehicles that has some air transports, but most of the stuff they have are meant for military missions.
Okay. Would there be anywhere we could access mountain animals, or would that be too much trouble?
I think that would be too much.
I think
it'd be
the
probably
town
better
doesn't have
to go in
a
on
beast
foot
supply.
after.
Yeah, just go in on foot after we drive most of the way there. And just as Varna said, get like the anchor guns and just standard mountain gear, and presume it's going to be cold, and wear layers.
Bit like ogres. Ogres have layers and they're not like onions.
Does anyone have a better idea?
That's unless there's
Oh, and also if we can
something to all
get
terrain
some of these.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking.
spend-
That's what
like modern.
I don't know.
I don't know
modern
anything
day-
about Star Wars vehicles.
Same.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Go
Sorry,
on.
what's Steve
And
saying?
see if we can get hold of some modern day type special forces comms. Like the.
So it sort of points out the only things you've checked out so far on are what you've actually advanced while you've been here. So one of you has checked out on heavy weapons,
Yeah.
and at this stage he's the only one who can check out weapons from our weapon locker.
Okay.
So if you haven't checked out on something and shown that you're capable of it from a sector ranger part, you can't check it out.
Okay.
Okay, so whoever checks out everyone checks out what they can use.
So I would be checking. Am I the one who's got the guns?
No.
No.
You actually you have something that you can spend some experience on increasing because you weren't here when everyone else was doing it.
Oh, okay.
So you can increase one of your skills.
Tracking.
To put it simply, if you did pilot planetary, basically you'd be the only person in the group who can check a vehicle out.
Okay, well,
Because currently no one in the group spent their 2 weeks
Those are actually-
training on it.
Those are both planetary and space are both.
Space is not useful on a planet.
Well, not right now, but what I'm saying for her skills, she could do that one as well.
She could do that one as well, yes.
Or she could do. No, because you have 3 in cool.
Okay, so piloting planetary, the way we do it is piloting planetary is for planetary-based vehicles.
I already told them that, B.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm the only one who can take out vehicles.
Because you've done the training here.
Well, I don't know any of the Star Wars vehicles.
I know. But the thing is, they don't have much in the way of vehicles.
Do they have anything all-terrain?
They have wheeled vehicles available for getting into the city and getting around the grounds, which is basically something that can get you to the mountains.
Okay.
It'll get us to the mountains, but it's not necessarily an off-road vehicle.
It's not necessarily something that'll take you up the mountains.
Okay.
You're not necessarily having to go all the way up. All you need to do, because the smuggler contact you have isn't actually up the mountains.
Alright, well,
Right. So check that out.
Then.
Though it's more of a junk trader contact than a smuggler trader.
Yeah, because we're not grabbing him, we're actually grabbing
We're
the
getting
smugglers that he
information
knows of, or i.e. his competition.
Or his supplier, depending on the case.
Yeah.
Right, so we got a vehicle, we've got gear.
Well, you've got your gear.
So who's qualified for weapons?
I'll pop up
Can you take care of weapons? Who's qualified for like general survival gear?
He's qualified for sniper rifles.
Yep.
He can check out a sniper rifle.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was trained in it, but I wasn't trained here. Really.
Yeah.
That's
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. This is part of your sector ranger training. You are given certain
So I can't do it.
qualifications.
I can't
Well,
do it.
if that's the case, I suggest we grab whatever we can that sounds like it'd be useful. Because it doesn't sound like we've got a lot of choice.
So,
You do have a lot of gear yourself already, and you can buy stuff while you're from the junk trade.
Buy? I've got no money.
yeah, some captain got all that money. I say that under my breath while I'm out here.
Oh, sorry, I need to go faster.
And while you're doing the Piper's comm beeps, you got a message.
I look.
It's from the flight officer,
Made you all move.
Carly.
Feel horrible.
You're a terrible person.
I do feel that way.
Is it actually a live link or is it just a chat? Oh,
It said she sent you a message.
I read the message.
She's got some news for you when you've got time.
They got a Yoda or a Mandalorian.
Yep.
Just a little journal for taking notes in.
Yeah, currently on a bounty. When I've finished, I'll come and have a chat.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, fuck. I say no. I'm not saying under the chat, I'm just saying under myself, not verbally to her directly. I go, see, this is what happens when you accept money from the Empire. And I show the message. I'm going,
And while you show the message, it says, "Did you want to tell me about it?" Pops up.
Tell me about what now? What are you telling the Empire?
what?
Oh.
I didn't...
It says you're doing something. You'll get back. You'll get to it later. It says, "Would you like to tell me about it?"
Oh, no, it's alright.
Thank
It's a
Ask her
private
about-
matter under, I just... it's
Don't give
okay.
me the Star Wars coaster.
I'm just going to the bathroom and back a sec.
That's
Say
right.
that.
Ask
I
her
just-
about headhunters.
What?
Ask her about headhunters.
Headhunters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you call them?
If somebody else goes, hey, maybe ask her a question. Okay, you do this for the party. We give her a call.
Okay. You get a smiling face on the other end. She's got video going.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Piper, nice to see you again.
Hey,
Well, before you do that, when you catch up with me later on, I do have some credits for you. Apparently, you're doing well with recruitment, and there is a bonus for everyone who recruits after seeing your poster.
Oh, that's...
You really are a shill.
Okay.
And the incident with Lieutenant Fabio has actually got us some more people in. So
Yeah,
Right straight up.
I do blush when on the video conference. I said, hey, hey, do you know much about the local area at all, or just?
there's an area that's horrible for flying in. We don't go there.
We're trying to track down some people that are not. There's smuggling goods in and out of the city.
They're probably doing it in the mountain range.
Yeah.
It basically, you have to be an idiot to fly in that area.
Do you know? Have you heard any information about what they like, what they look like, or anything like that, or you've heard anything from your?
Well, there was a headhunter that crashed onto the Sector Ranger compound that apparently had one of the smugglers on board.
Oh,
that was a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Don't know what happened to him.
No. Oh, okay. That's interesting, though.
He was never recovered.
Really? Oh. Gotcha. Okay. No, that's fair. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problems. I'll finish this bounty up with my crew, and I'll get back to you when I'm back in the city.
Okay, looks like we're going back to the...
The crash site, I think.
Well, you're actually still... you haven't actually left the compound.
Yes, we're still at the compound.
Cool.
And
Is this the old guy's compound? Or I thought
Yeah.
this... Okay, I'm gonna... you've already antagonised him, haven't you?
little bit.
I have. And the Dr. Chuckle says, you might be okay. If you bring somebody else with you who's well respected with the commander.
Oh, so basically just... you.
I say, no, I'll see you back in the city. You know,
Oh,
so-
okay, well, I'm gonna knock on the commander's door.
Mm-hmm. It opens, and he's currently having some sort of dessert.
Sorry for disturbing you, sir.
Says, it's sort of expected now. He
Yeah.
says, he pushes it to the side.
Yeah. The headhunter that crashed a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Where is it?
Still where it crashed, except we've now put a building around it.
Building? What?
Says, your team haven't really been that observant of late. You've been busy studying.
Yeah.
So it's now currently got a shell of a building around it while we're investigating the ship.
Okay. I'm just wondering if we could have a look at the navigation on the ship.
Sure, but only you and one of your people, not the droid.
Okay, I'll stay out here in front of the office, sitting with the droid.
Yeah, unfortunately, the droid's the one who's useful in computers.
No. So, I say, I wish Varna's pretty good computers too.
Yep, okay, we'll get Varna.
B1337 accesses some of the information pertaining to the area.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got a file called Training Exercise, Smuggler's Mountain.
Oh, is it the one you're not supposed to touch, of course.
And it's got the group, it's got Pipe is one of the names associated with that training exercise.
Opening it.
Alarm goes off.
It had Piper's name on it.
Okay. So he says, excuse me for a moment. As he gets up and walks out. He comes over to Piper and his droid. So apparently your droid failed to, delete the data.
Why does it have her name on it?
Because it was the training exercise that I had put aside for the team. And you're and you've currently accessed the training exercise.
I access any information that has Piper on it. I'm responsible if she dies.
So you're intending to kill her?
No. I'm responsible if she dies.
Oh, I thought you said you're responsible for her death.
That's later. I mean, uh-oh.
I go, and I'm listening going, what? And I was like, hey,
It's okay, dumb meat sack. Don't worry about it. Wow.
Suddenly he's from Chicago.
Don't worry about it.
Roger.
Oh, he's not.
I'm Roger in here.
That's New York.
and I said, look, we'll leave my droid here. We'll continue on with what
No?
I think somebody's going to get memory wiped.
No?
Yeah, that'll shot with an ion gun.
Probably.
Do I stay here with the droid and let the others go? I look at the commander.
That depends. Do you want to succeed or not?
I can delete the file now. I don't need to know. I just was a bit worried that someone was going to try
You
and
said
kill
you
it.
deleted the file, so how can I trust you'll delete the file?
I don't care.
I'm trying to. I look at every time you say those things. I go, just say yes. Of course, he'll delete the file.
How about I get one of my technicians to log into it?
Okay.
I also provide psychological care for any disturbances that may occur too.
Do you mind if I have a quiet word, Commander? And I walk away about 20 meters away from the droid. Just leave the droid by itself.
You can probably still hear you from here.
I don't care.
Your comlink's on.
Is it? Turn my comlink off. And I go, look.
Oh, your comlink's back on again.
Piper, I'm going to make something very clear.
He's not your average droid, I keep saying.
Any information concerning you is information that I will always access.
I know.
I'm responsible if you die.
I know what Mum and Dad said, but it's okay now. I'm older. I'm not 15 anymore. So can we just drop it and just
Act like it.
Extreme nanny.
Extreme nannies.
Mm-hmm.
Very extreme nannies.
Well, at least he's not Mary Poppins.
That's true.
I can't fly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
You've got to delete that file now.
Oh, it's gone.
Good.
Genuinely deleted.
He does get a tech to come and check.
I said, is it deleted, Captain Commander?
They basically plug into you and start going through stuff, going. The tech's laughing the entire time. And I think he sort of uploads clone jokes for you. He's a clone.
Imagine a droid doing that somehow. Just, somehow you get the idea that this droid is smiling so much.
I want to say that I'm worried when he smiles. 'Cause like,
You can hear the laughter coming through his helmet.
oh no.
Also, you should probably destroy that PDA. It's infected.
Okay. Is it done yet? No, I look at the clone.
Well, it takes him about an hour to go through your operating system.
Which one?
That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's finished, you seem to have some of the bugs that you had in there have been cleaned up. You now have better access between them all.
Oh, that worries me.
I cultivated those bugs. They're there for a reason.
Now let the clone guy go.
As well, it was inefficient.
I can sneak past you.
I'll hold him here.
Oh, this is so bad.
I'm just worried.
He says now you can access lethal mode so much faster.
I hear that and go. I just go.
As he
Face
walks
drops.
off.
My face
Well,
drops.
he's the backup if I fail.
That's true, but I've seen what he's done when I was shown. It wasn't a pretty picture.
He didn't show you.
I know, but I heard about it on the news.
It's not about what you can do. It's about what you will do.
Yes. Okay.
And the commander is grateful that the data has been wiped.
Cool. Yeah. Let's
So they eventually got the data wiped?
Martin, we need
Yeah.
to talk about evil characters.
I
I know you have a blanket ban on them, but
This is a BB. This is the droid.
It's a HK and a B1.
no. I dare say it's probably
I
worse.
love HK. HK is awesome.
HKs are stupid. I hate them.
I should be
No. The original one, not
The one who had their first meat bag thing.
yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic. HK, yeah.
Okay, so yes, you've managed to acquire yourself a 8-wheeled vehicle.
Okay, I've also compiled a gear list.
Yep, you've got yourself a gear list.
I've got myself a gear list. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it into Skype chat.
What?
Am I able to
What's a Skype?
ask the commander?
It's a planetary
Commander.
version of video conference.
What's his name again?
Come here.
Oh, like
Come here,
Zoom
Nico.
only crap.
Commander.
Normally I don't go into my chat part. Okay, so you want electro binoculars, climbing gear, crash survival kit, comm jammer, ascension guns, cold weather gear, toolkit, tent, food, stim pack, synthetic, standard, anesthetic by 2 and mask. And
I got binoculars and toolkits.
so unless the party actually has those, most of you haven't done any training in most of that while you've been here.
Okay, I've got a sim pack.
Half of that is my kit. My kit. Well, most of it, apart from the ascension guns.
How did we get hold of the ascension guns? We have to do mountain climbing or something?
Well, you have not done any training at all with them relating to that sort of stuff.
And yet this is one of the first tasks they gives us.
Mhm.
Okay. What about good old rope?
Not unless you already have it.
I thought a few of us had rope kits.
That's
with
it.
us.
No, I've got climbing gear.
Yeah,
Some of you
climbing
have
gear.
climbing gear. So not
Climbing gear.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
No, I don't have climbing gear.
Binders.
How much is normal
Rations.
binoculars? Not electrical ones. Normal ones that will
Yeah,
not
exactly.
suffer from
So I've only got
The
scale.
journey.
interference. So I've only got electronic ones.
They were on. I only took them because they were on the standard starting list.
So let's see. Communication.
Obviously, I got my com gear as well. So.
Macro binoculars. They are.
I thought macro binoculars are electronic as well.
They do use imaging systems.
Because that's what Luke's used on looking at the
Yeah,
sand
I've got
people.
climbing gear and a backpack to put it in.
Well, they don't actually have lens-based.
Everything's electronic.
Everything here is electronic, which is part of the reason why they haven't been mapping the mountains.
Damn space.
Yeah, we're just going
Damn
to go
technology. No, we can't go old school because it doesn't exist.
They don't make it here.
Oh.
It's very hard to make lens technology when you don't use it anywhere.
Oh.
And that's why they do stuff to stop electronics, because they don't have the other stuff here.
Just need to get myself a Scene Eyehawk. I've got climbing gear, and I've got some stims and rations and things that I can contribute.
I assume the Commodore's gone back with the rest of the people that are in the office, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it comes back to you guys.
Yep,
as
so,
doing that. Yes, your droid's a bit of a problem still.
Well, it's not my droid.
Okay, so you needed someone to help you with the building.
Yeah, I need to check the nav computer or navigation data that's on the downed headhunter.
So
Okay, let's go.
he can give you access to the building.
Once the commander's free, I'd like to have a quick word with him if possible.
He sighs and says, "Okay." He sends the other two out, and they head to the new building. As you step into the
I'm
office.
going to talk to our assassin about this contract on Piper. But I will let you guys sort everything out. The other scene first.
Okay, so Stefan, you're up.
Oh, I'll just give him I'm assuming we would talk to Salute in, being a military compound.
Whatever greeting is required to show respect.
I will just hand him a form, which is the armory requisition form, and ask him to sign off on sniper rifle for this mission.
He signs off on a sniper rifle for the mission.
That's it. I salute and walk
Don't
out.
forget power packs.
Reload.
Wasn't told anything. I'm just getting the stuff I'm allowed to get right now.
You do get 2 power packs with it.
Okay, 2 power packs.
My blaster, I get to use that.
You get to take your stuff, yes.
Yeah. Can I ask like other weapons, or am I not skilled enough for that?
You
Because I
haven't-
remember I passed some things.
You passed some other things there, but you haven't passed as part of the official training.
Okay, so I can't check out other weapons then. Okay.
Other than what we've got.
I've still got my gaffy stick and my. Oh no, I don't. Do I have my gaffy stick?
You do have your gaffy stick
Yeah,
back.
I
You brought
do,
all your
yeah.
equipment here.
Yep.
Sorry, I couldn't remember if the gaffy stick was a loan from the academy or if it was mine from the start. It just took me a little while.
I think you bought it at the start.
I did.
Okay. I'll stay with the droid because the droid's allowed to go next to the actual building at the moment. And I'm saying, "You okay? You're not too bad. It's been a bit more nicer than usual. After you're cleaned." Don't get a response. Okay, gotcha.
He's been violated.
I'm sure he's calculating all the ways he can kill you.
Oh yeah, I've seen it before. Usually not against me, but yes. I'm going. Oh, I better stay with him because I don't know what's going to happen next.
Have I told you what happened when I got here, or before I got here, and how I got here?
Oh yeah, all the people you killed on the way through.
No. All the droids I assimilated.
Oh my god, he's a Borg.
We are Legion for we are one.
All the droids you assimilated.
I spent 8 years orbiting a sun. There was only one way to survive. The other droids did not.
So that was your bright decision, was it? Orbiting the sun.
Well,
Terrible pun.
So Varna can't pipe in on that one because Varna's actually.
Yeah, I know.
Ross.
I know.
and I go. So every droid you found while you're floating in space, you assimilate into you, right?
I needed parts.
Okay, just droids, I assume. Nothing, meat flesh, as you call it, or meat packs.
Disgusting organic meat sacks. No, they all burned.
Oh,
Or died from,
yeah.
being in space.
Yeah, fair call. Okay. That's a fair call. Yes, I understand that you've been through some terrible times.
There were barriers between those personalities and those computer cores. Were.
Now there's no barriers, you say?
B1337 shots down.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
He's sulking.
No. He's dealing with conversation overload. He's now got like 5 or 6 different droid brains talking to him.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
B1337 has never been this candid with you, ever.
I know, that's what worries me. He's using a smart-ass pun or some sort of joke of some bad dad joke of some sort involved. And it's like, you've been very candid and going, oh.
Okay, so while you're worrying about that, we have Varna and Khalid walking to the thing, and we're having Varna asking about, the
The
contract.
assassination protocols on
Piper.
Piper.
And you should already know them. If he's deemed unworthy, she needs to be executed.
I'm so glad B1337 is shut down and can't hear this.
Oh yeah, same here. I think that would be a mistake because she is quite a valuable member of this team. Look at what she's been able to get us.
Yes, and unfortunately the first thing that needs to be executed is his nanny bot.
Her nanny bot, definitely. Something we programmed with a brighter attitude and stuff.
But unfortunately, Piper is the last hope for her family.
That is true.
I think I've heard that from somewhere before. I don't know.
But there is no other one. I don't think you can rest it all on the nanny bot.
Screw you are.
And as well as if you continue defending her, your political enemies are growing more in power.
I have the power.
No, you don't.
Wrong franchise.
Yeah, I know.
Right franchise, but doesn't have it yet.
Well, actually, the game's coming out in a couple of years.
So,
But
you make it to the building. It's sort of blended into all the others.
Okay. Is there like an access panel?
There are a couple of guards outside.
Sorry?
You can quite obviously see the guards outside.
Okay. Good day, gentlemen.
One of them looks up and goes, "No, not really."
What?
I bet.
What?
they're guarding the headhunter and going,
She said, "Good day." He looked up to the sky and said, "No, not really."
Oh, I
Okay.
see.
We've
Sorry, I was a bit
been
slow
granted
catching up.
permission to enter this facility to check on this ship and its memory core.
Let me check, he says, as he then calls up the commander.
It's a bit
He just can't
extreme.
finish his lunch.
Bit extreme. What did
Leave
you
me
do
alone,
to
I'm
get
back to lunch.
posted out here then?
Well, just imagine.
What did the
he was,
commander do to get
finally
posted out
sees
here?
No. What you did to get stuck guarding a ship.
Fuck this shit.
Well, it's a post.
He's like, I'm on 11 says,
So
what do
you
you
didn't
mean?
disturb his lunch or anything like that?
Oh no, those people get the worst assignments. You don't really want to know what happens to people who are disturbing during dessert.
Let me guess, that's green duty, I take it.
Turns on the automated
He
turret.
says, "Well, the green duty would be preferable," he says.
Oh, I'm Varna, and this is Cody.
So, yes, you are cleared. The data's actually in one of the terminals near the ship. There are 2 droids currently analysing the scene, and there's at least 1 Imperial officer wandering through the crash site.
I wonder
Okay.
if he's Imperial officer that we know.
Okay.
He doesn't get to know them that much.
Oh, well, I'm not
He-
there.
he-
I'm
he-
just
he-
thinking aloud.
After you, Cody.
Yep, so enter and seeing if it's the
What?
going to be the same lieutenant forensic investigator from
Is this the one guy who looks like, oh god, the guy from CSI Miami?
Oh, please let him look like the red-headed guy from CSI Miami.
Sure, it can be a red-headed guy from CSI Miami, but it's not the same one you've met before.
no. As long as he doesn't start doing those crappy puns.
Looks like this case has been blown up.
Pretty much.
Seems he was flying high.
So the worst part about listening to that while you're half asleep is just like, and back to sleep
Martin
again.
was
and
very glad when Binge took it off the streaming and I had to be stopped mid because I'd never seen it all the way through.
Yeah.
So I was
Even
trying
with,
to.
even with
Yeah,
earplugs,
watching.
it'd be like, it's quiet. What?
Yeah.
Wake up and it's quiet again. I have no idea what.
There
just
was a
woke me
new
up.
rule which was do not watch CSI Miami while Martin's sleeping.
I can deal with all the other ones because they didn't have this scream.
I would watch YouTube compilations of just the opening lines.
Yep.
Because me and my family, we wouldn't watch CSI Miami, but because we watched CSI and CSI New York, but we wouldn't watch CSI Miami because it was just bad. But we would watch the beginning of it just for the one line. Wait for him to take off his glasses or put on his glasses and say the line.
Yep.
So if the glasses are off, he puts it
You
on.
know,
If you're on, he just takes
He
it.
takes off the glasses, subtly poses, and then says the line.
Yeah,
It's so
but then
good.
you've also got the ending comments at the end of the show as well.
Those are always fun.
Almost like the motivational things from He-Man.
There's times where I'm watching it, when I was watching it, and someone's died in some horrific manner, and he's just throwing away this one line, a dad joke, and I'm like, shit.
One of my favorites was... Anyway.
Yeah,
It was
sorry.
his favorite car. Maybe it was his Best car.
Yeah! Oh, yeah.
Ah, thank you.
So
Took me a little bit for that to drop.
Yeah.
So you see him looking at a screen, scrolling past him, making some notes on his own data pad. As you walk in there, his hair glinting in the light.
Who's in love with this one?
This is Vanna and Khalid.
Okay.
He's taking applications.
Okay.
And he has that strong George Chiseled look going as he's typing away at stuff.
Not there. Okay.
And then he notices...
You've already got Fabio.
And that's what I'm saying.
Don't get greedy.
He has that bright green eyes looking in your direction as you step into the room. He says, "So, who are you and why are you disturbing my investigation?"
Oh, that's Mark and... Who's calling?
Varna.
Varna and
Khalid.
And Khalid.
We've got permission to actually come in and...
And that doesn't answer my question. Who are you and why are you disturbing my crime scene?
Well, I've answered one of your questions.
So you're new here, I see, he says, looking you up and down. You have no name? Or do I just call you Cadet?
I'm Varna.
Cadet Varna?
Is Khalid.
And Cadet Khalid?
Not here as a cadet. This is official Imperial bounty hunter business. We've been...
So, what's your guild membership then? Or are you...
I quite my guild membership, man.
The two brothers from Supernatural arrive in a crypt.
So, have you got your guild membership ID?
Yes. I show it to him.
Yes,
Are you showing your Imperial Bounty Hunter license?
Yes.
Which doesn't have a guild membership on it.
Oh, okay, well, he'd show both my guild membership and the...
Because you don't have guild membership.
Oh, the Imperial...
we've only 3 in.
And the Sector Ranger is...
It's exactly them. It's when that one person questions their stupid identity. And
We're
they're like,
essentially cadets in both fields.
Yes,
Yeah.
cadets in both fields. So, it's Cadet Hunter or Cadet Trainee?
Cadet
Which would you
Hunter.
prefer?
Cadet Hunter.
Okay, Cadet Hunter.
Cadet trainee hunter.
Will you shut up?
Are you there at the top?
No, I'm just being stupid.
He's just giving advice.
No, it's one of the droids decided...
Listen. So, while you're standing there, the two droids are scanning you. Well, you entered the crime scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, the commander said we can take a look.
No. Have a look at the navigation, try to discern where...
He brings it up on the screen that he's working on.
Yep.
And it says, here's the full navigational data before the guy purged it.
Do you download it?
If only you had a droid then.
Or a dust.
So, will you manage to
Got
reconstruct the...
comms.
Yeah.
Well, it's taken a few weeks to reconstruct it, but the guy was an idiot.
Varna has comm.
Varna also has a data phone.
And he starts going completely technical, describing stuff you've never heard of before.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll also record. And I'll, can I
we
get a
can play it
copy
back
of
to
that
the droid.
navigation?
He says, so what's your Imperial clearance?
What's your Sector Ranger clearance?
Well, we got clearance from the commander to investigate this, so that's my clearance.
Yes, but you're not there.
I'm not
Yeah.
there. No, sorry.
Well,
It's a nice idea, though.
Yeah.
yes. Actually, what rank is he? So I'm trying to go from the... When we were talking to the...
But he's got lieutenant badges on him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... Was the other one a lieutenant, the one that was...
Yeah.
The commander.
Lieutenant Sandino was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So the other investigator that we worked with before, he was
A
a
lieutenant
lieutenant.
as
So
well.
most
Yeah.
investigators are lieutenants from what we
See,
know so
I'll
far.
be the perfect person to do, right? Yeah. The Imperials know me well.
Yeah. We have worked with Lieutenant...
Sandino?
Sandino.
Something.
He just, rolls his eyes at that name. He likes to
No, I
praise too
see
much.
your
That's his
no.
response of him. He's too much of a
Well, I'm
Persian.
not there, so... It's up to Ross and Khalid and Varna.
So, does this guy vouch for
Are you
you?
working tomorrow?
The commander did.
The commander did.
Yeah, they're at
Yeah.
permission of the commander.
And we've also got permission with the commander.
Yes, they got you in the door. but it doesn't give you access to Imperial data.
No. And also the... No, she's only a flight lieutenant as well, so she's not... And she's off the different section, so...
Who was the Imperial officer that was doing all the recruiting? What was his name?
I've got a number.
Oh, we also
No, the problem is that
We're not there, so unless you know.
So it's only the lieutenant that I've actually worked and spoken to.
And so he's asked you to look into this?
Yes.
Sure, I'll give him a call now. He turns over and calls Lieutenant.
I said he
Sandy.
can vouch for me.
Person just said he asked him to.
No, I said the commander of this facility.
He's not interested because the commander is not Imperial. The commander is planetary.
He's sector security.
Sector security, I should say.
Sector Rangers are a different division.
So much.
I hate politics.
It is, yes, it is politics. So he, so you've said Lieutenant Sandima will vouch for you.
You'll vouch for me. Yes.
Okay. He calls him up, and you see someone look like they're just woken up out of sleep.
What time is it?
They work many hours.
Yeah. Okay.
So he says, "You, what the hell do you want? Why the hell are you waking me up? You know I was sleeping. I sleep while you're working." Says, "Yes, but we've got some people who would vouch for you." He says with a smile. He says, "You're here to vouch for them."
You knew that. Oh, Gordy, this guy's a prick.
And they insisted that you'd be willing to vouch for them. He said, "Why would I want to vouch for someone while I'm sleeping?" He said, well, they suggested you're the best person to vouch for them.
Do we get any points for annoying the fuck out of him and the guy doesn't like him too that we're with?
5 years relationship minus 5.
I do apologise for...
Look, here they are. And he's put you both on the screen.
I do apologise that this prick decided to wake you up so early.
Oh no, don't say that, because that prick might actually. I'm not there.
I would be pissed off as well if it happened to be known that you're sleeping.
He just looks at you and says, "And why am I awake? I've been up for 16 hours straight."
We do apologise for waking you at this stupid time of the morning. We're just trying to get access to the flight data of the crash vehicle here at the Sector Rangers facility. And this person is saying what is our credentials, etc., and he would not allow us to do our job.
So have you guys signed up with the Empire yet, he says?
We're part of the
we work for the Rangers.
There has been an Imperial bounty placed on some smugglers that this ship has most likely come from. We are now currently investigating this so we can actually apprehend these smugglers.
Okay, so technically you have no Imperial authority, but you are pulling your bounty hunter license and using it to gain authority.
Well, we are working...
It's not Imperial authority, he says.
But
From the Iraqi side of point, you can request access. He turns to Lana and says, "Could you actually let me finish first? Or I won't help you." So he says, under the bureaucracy, you can request access as an Imperial bounty hunter, but that does not guarantee you access. You have to be nice to the person who has it, because they have the choice of saying yes or no, on a whim, not by law.
Okay.
And you just called him an idiot, so that will actually go down well with them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know that they're meant to actually do that.
So while he was quite happy to wake me up and put you in a bad light, it's now up to you to actually...
Brightest says hi, by the way, and asks how you're doing.
I was waiting for that penny to drop for like 10 minutes.
I just had to message somebody.
I'm sure Piper will make the news again, I'm sure. As she's currently the poster boy for the Empire.
Poster girl.
Poster girl?
He doesn't care. He calls all the people poster boys. He's an equal opportunist.
Is that equal opportunist?
He doesn't. He's too tired to care at the moment. And he says, "So, Be nice to the person and he might help you, he says as he hangs up. And so the guy with the red just flicks his hair back and does the whole smooth it out.
So, do you need any assistance?
Not particularly, unless you're well voiced in data decoding.
No, unfortunately.
That's okay, that was my specialty. Which is why I was able to reconstruct his nav data after he had actually whacked it.
No. I wish I was there.
So, now that you're here, you see that he did have data. And what is it you're particularly after?
More of where he came from the mountains? Does
He
it actually
didn't come from the mountains.
Okay.
He was shot down over the area here.
Yes.
Coming from space.
Okay, so but these with the headhunters, they don't have any hyper. So where did he come from itself?
Headhunters can be attached to any ship with a hyperdrive. And they can also have hyperdrive jump rings. They can also have modifications with hyperdrives in them. So not all variants of headhunters don't have hyperdrives. This one had connected to a ship and been taken through hyperspace.
Okay,
so it did have some nav data, but not a large amount.
Okay, so in that case, where was it going to go to?
It was going to the mountains somewhere. Exactly where in the mountains, it doesn't actually register.
Okay.
It was just flying towards the mountains when he got shot down.
So if they're going to go, if they've got so much jamming on it, so they'll have to go for visual. So there have to be some type of visual guides to guide them into where they.
Well, none of the things on the ship give any indication of what they were looking for, and we do not have the person in question. He has still eluded custody.
I thought he got shot.
I thought he was dead.
The pilot, they don't know. There was rumors that he was shot.
His helmet is up in the bunker.
It is.
But, we don't know. Okay.
And the actual pilot himself has been reported missing.
Have you checked for DNA on the flight stick,
Okay.
etc.?
How far is it from the crash site to the mountains?
He doesn't have DNA on things. It is about 100 miles from the city to the mountains. The closest part of the mountains.
No, not from the city. So it's about the same from where the crash site is. To
the city itself is where the academy is. It's on the edge of the city.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Otherwise, you would not have been able to walk here at times.
Yep.
It's one of the outliers, whereas the starport's on the other side of the city.
Okay. The capacity of the cargo it's able to transport.
It can carry quite a few crates of stuff. It could quite easily take in enough to make a trip worthwhile, especially of illegal weaponry. Could take thermal detonators, could take other forms of explosives, can take in, could easily smuggle people in through that space. So a ship that size won't take in a lot of stuff, but is enough to take in something valuable. Of what this was carrying, it was dropped before the ship crashed, and wherever it dropped hasn't been discovered or it was picked up.
It'd be interesting if we could get like a headhunter that looks similar, and then like pose as these people, but we don't know enough about them.
Have you got any photos of the pilot?
No recordings exist. Someone apparently got shot getting out of the ship, but it wasn't the pilot.
Okay.
Pilot may have ejected.
So there is there's a person's helmet here, but it wasn't actually the pilot.
So there's two people on the ship?
Yep, 2 people in the headhunter. That's its maximum capacity, I think.
We've got a rough idea. Yeah, it's that way.
Well, it does depend basically on if it's a trainer or if they've extended the cockpit to
It says,
astronet.
it says no. There are many there are as many variants of
For if there are nap
Headhunter
computers.
as there are of many other starfighters. It is one of the most modified starfighters in existence.
I'm trying to remember.
It's
is
also
it
the basis of many of what they call the ugly ships, where they mod many ships
Care
together.
for knowledge?
So a headhunter
That
is
there
a
was
core
a
of many of the
failure
ugly
on
ships.
the
So they'll put
pilot.
Y-wing engines
Or
on them
one
with
of the people
hyperdrive
that was in the
capabilities.
plane, 'cause the
We-
They'll
plane-
put
because
tie
the
panels
headhunter
on them
was
to
Yeah.
give them faster.
We were given the options
power.
and we knew that the pilot was one of the things, so that's character knowledge.
That is character.
You did hear the name of a pilot who they'd wanted, who was related to this
Yeah.
ship crashing, and it wasn't the guy who was shot.
So we know that about that.
But that also ended badly.
You heard about that bounty.
Yeah, but
heard
that
about
also
that.
ended badly, didn't it?
The people who came to the ship got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 bounty hunters that went after that were killed.
And the name of that person was Hernandez Hartleflit.
That's right.
That's the only name you had for the person, and no details about who they were. And the fact that they were never recovered.
I'm all worried that if they're able to bring in lots of thermal detonators and that.
He says they could bring in just about anything. Says if you find out any more information about him, he will find that as a apology for your rudeness, and he may help you out in the future.
Yeah, if we find anything, yeah.
So he hands over a calling code for you for Darvis Tret. Lieutenant Darvis Tret.
Sorry, what's his name? Lieutenant?
Darvis Tret.
Not sure I know how to spell that.
Darvis Tret.
Thank you.
I do believe that'll probably be just Carly, my contact, I believe, for the moment.
What is the mountain range like?
The Imperials can't even get satellite imagery of it. All their sensors work on technology, and every time they try to zoom in on it, it's just obscured. Cloud cover, they can't reach through because their sensors bounce off it. Just say it's a big lump of clouds.
Okay, well, in that case, cloudy.
He says it's in the top of the mountains are in the snow range, but there's a lot of habitable areas in the snow range and out of the snow range.
Well, I guess we just do what we were going to do earlier, and that's gear up for
What's
mountain
the other
weather.
thing is? Any fauna that we need to worry about?
Not that much on this planet, he says. Most of the animals here are domesticated and imported. There are no major predators on this planet.
Yeah. Okay.
You've got the Koyons nearby. If there was anything big, they would have killed it.
True. Forgot about that.
If you're gonna, if they hear about anything big, they would have been here en masse trying to kill it. And they would consider that a challenge.
Yes, there's a crate dragon here.
They would be here in numbers.
Yeah.
There are reports they are trying to go to Tatooine. But no one's willing to take them that far because you'd have to put up with them on the ship for that long.
Yeah.
They consider not bathing part of
time,
their
Lieutenant.
Oh, that was one of the reasons why we decided not to stay there. Okay, well, thank you for your help, Lieutenant.
He says, at least you sound more respectful this time, Cadet.
You have to bear that one. The way you said cadet. Emphasising.
Enjoy that humble pie.
Yep.
And next time he might give you more information, he says. depending on how well you help out. For the Empire, he says as you leave.
Yes.
I got my certification in kid buttery from the public service.
You.
Quite a few of us have.
I just have to deal with a lot of those, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you managed to meet up with the others. B1 seems to be a little subdued for the first time you've seen him.
I notice and ask Piper what's up with
Don't ask.
B11.
Processor malfunction.
We on the board.
Can we do anything to help him be better?
No, I think
He is one of our teammates.
Look, let's put it this way. Just be nice around him for a little bit, that's all, okay?
Well, I do have some information if
I
you
already
could try
laughed
to
at
go
his dad
through.
jokes. What more do I need to do?
Oh, there.
Yes, alive. Meat sack.
He's let's just say he's going through a interesting period.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the best way of putting it.
We all have those times.
Oh yeah, he's having a mental health day. Is that? You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah, I know those.
Yeah. Okay.
Death to the Empire.
Okay. We need to get.
What was that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Don't ignore
No,
that word.
it's okay.
Varna, ignore that. Just pretend you didn't
No,
do
he
that.
said wealth for the Empire.
Considering it's 100 miles, should we start out in the morning? I'm guessing is it late afternoon?
You won't.
Well, I was going to say, if we start out now, then we've got less to travel tomorrow, and it'll be over sooner rather than later.
Easily
Sure.
travel 100 miles in a day because the vehicle can just keep picking up speed.
Okay,
As
sure.
long as you're not travelling over rock terrain and following roads, and you can get yourself out to the mountains fairly easily following tracks.
Excuse me, because there's also autopilot, etc., etc.
Yep.
Possibly.
Oh yeah, I know about autopilots.
And so you've had the vehicle checked out to you.
Yes.
So I said you've had the vehicle checked out to you.
It was an 8-wheel. I wrote it down.
B1337 forces his way into the.
Well, the pilot seat has 3 seats: one for the pilot, one for the co-pilot, and one for the comms officer.
Pilot seat
Co-pilot.
and immediately begins to navigate in whichever direction that we need to do.
Okay, yeah. And when you go to sit down, it says authorization not found.
No, just respond. And I go, it's okay. You can co-pilot me. It's okay.
Help! Take us out.
And so Piper goes to sit in the
Engage.
pilot seat.
I'll sit with
It says authorization not found. You haven't got your basic driving license
Death
yet.
to this vehicle.
This vehicle.
Would somebody else like to try, please?
Well, there's only one.
You would be the somebody else.
I think it's me.
Yes.
So yeah,
Can I sit in the co-pilot seat? while they're doing it?
I invite Piper to sit in the co-pilot seat
Yeah.
next to me. Considering she's a natural pilot.
So you
And I'm
move
hoping
B1
Cad
out
Pierre's
of the way.
nearby.
Oh, no, I'm
B1 has to
I
sit in the
wasn't
comm
asked to
seat.
fly this time.
I'll take the comms seat.
Well,
Sorry, drive.
B1 doesn't get a seat in the cockpit.
Oh, no.
well, I kind of need the pilots here.
I just don't want to know where this is going in your head.
You know, that B1 actually has piloting planetary.
I know.
Do you?
Nearly everybody does.
A lot of them do
Yeah,
now.
but also B1 doesn't have to sleep.
Yeah. So yes, it starts up for you because it recognizes your authority.
Okay. What level of skill do I have with this?
1.
Okay. Does anyone else have a bigger level of skill?
I will kill this machine.
I have agility 4 if that helps out.
So he provides good counterpoint to you, so that
Yep.
means you'll be rolling 1 yellow with 3 green.
Okay, yeah, well that
Yeah,
sounds
I'm fairly
like
certain
you'll be my
I'm not allowed to
co-pilot.
drive this either, so.
Yeah, I don't.
Because
But it's better. My
registered
jelly's
to
better
you.
for you with that thing.
So
Yeah.
you've been checked out in all the ground planetary vehicles of the base,
Mm.
and managed to actually get training in how to use them all,
Mm.
which is why you're the only one authorized to fly them.
Death to Empire war machine.
Yeah, I have 2 in planetary, but I'm not authorized to fly these, well, drive these.
Yeah, then I'm guessing Piper is my co-pilot
Yep.
based on that. Unless, David, you've got a better
Doesn't
piloting
really matter.
score.
He's good at telling you what to do.
Yeah, from
yeah.
from a gaming point of view, it doesn't really.
And he also doesn't need a seat, so we can actually just magnetize to the hull and just stand there.
I'm just imagining Bender now, like.
You know what you should do? You should be stuck on the ceiling, just with your head hovering in the way.
You don't want B1337 around if he can't pilot.
That's not how you do it.
I suggest the boot.
On the plus side, at least he's not singing any country songs.
Oh, please
Oh
don't.
God, no.
Put a magnet on him.
We are friends.
Right.
Okay, so
I
Something
need to
like
roll.
B1
Jesus, that was
sexy.
dramatic.
What's the roll?
That was the most dramatic way of saying yet ever.
So we'll end the session with you guys rolling out.
Okay.
Rolling.
Okay, so we have to manually map this.
Yep.
Well, you may not be mapping anything. You may be just going to the contact you have and
Yep.
speaking to them.
Hmm.
Because that's your contact point
Yep.
at this stage. And so we'll finish the session with your vehicle rolling away.
Mm.
Thanks everyone, that was good.
And it has
Did you do
pretty
the
good
roll?
suspension.
Well, is it the 8-wheel things?
Yeah.
So it's basically the size of a
No, it's
big dump truck.
It's a shame.
I would have loved to, and yeah, the same as the
Not too
Pathfinder
bad.
session as well. Yeah.
So I will finish it up there on the recording.
Yep, thank you.
So if you want to chat to people, you can stay around, D.
Okay. So, okay. Okay, so there's things similar to a juggernaut.